You bunch of faithless. I mean, technically I am late. Just 1 minute though. Just 1 minute. But you'll have to apologize me for that. I had a bit of a sneeze attack, as you can see. I still sound very. I don't sound right. I don't sound right. And you guys are all here making fun of me. And I was just having a very serious medical emergency, known as a sneeze attack. And it might still happen. It might still happen. But welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Today we are 100% definitely playing God of War Ragnarok. Okay. We can't keep doing this where I start playing the game and then the chat becomes way more interesting, okay? And then we just talk about God of War nonstop. We gotta talk God of War as we play some God of War. So I have it here. Everything is good. I have it here. Not here, but you know what I'm saying. In case you sneeze ahead of time. Salud. Thank you. It's probably gonna happen. I woke up 30 minutes ago, so it's not ideal, but I'm trying to wake up when Kona gets back from work, so we can hang out for a little bit, have breakfast together, and then I go back to sleep for a little bit. I don't know. I don't think it's working out. I still want to hang out with her, but this whole waking up like 30 minutes before streaming, it's not a good idea because I kind of have to start kind of groggy, you know. But yeah, we're gonna play some God of War today, you know. Talk more about the Fae game on God. What do you mean on God? Yeah, I mean, we still have a lot of things to talk about. Someone asked here something very interesting. Kuba, do you think the next God of War game will just be about Fae, as leaks have said? Look, that's an interesting question. Let me actually set the timer. I'm gonna start calling it the Tartarus timer, okay? When the 30-minute mark hits, those who are not members will be banished to Tartarus. So let's see. Let's reset the thing. So 30 minutes. That should be good. But yeah, the rumors have said that it's going to be a Fae focus game, but I don't know what that means for multiple reasons. Because you know, I actually need your help right now, guys. I'm gonna use you as guinea pigs to set up my stream, because again, I'm such a bad YouTuber, man. I'm such a bad YouTuber. Because I don't know if the audio is okay. I haven't really checked. As I'm speaking, let me know if the audio is okay compared to Kratos' grunting and hitting of the spear. Like, is it good? Is it good? Or do I need to lower or raise the audio? What do I need to do? Not sure if you're into it, but any Crimson Desert next week. I was thinking about it. Because I don't really like to play open world games on stream, but man, Crimson Desert seems to be like the exception, you know? It's good. Thank you. Okay. I've kind of developed this sixth sense where I can just be like, maybe here, you know? Maybe here. But yeah, Crimson Desert does look really good, and I'm thinking about maybe after I'm done with Primal, I can go and play some Crimson Desert. I don't know if I'm gonna play the whole thing on stream because it's gonna be such a long game that I don't think I'll be able to finish it fully on stream, but oh, it's one of these things. But it does seem. Can we go? Okay.
That was one of Nito's children. Looks like we don't yet have the equipment to restrain the little bugger.
All right.
There must be a way to capture it. I wonder if that squirrel outside Sindri's house has any ideas.
Okay, the next time we see stupid realm travel thing, we're gonna go to Sindri's house, and we're gonna talk to the squirrel so he can give us the little tool so we can do this little side mission. Because I'm kind of getting bored of just seeing these things all over the place and not doing anything with it, right? Yeah, 100 hours easily on Crimson Desert. Yeah, they just came out with a launch trailer, and man, it just looks so good. Like, in terms of being an open world game, it just looks so fun in the amount of things that you can do, and I think it will be really fun. There was some previews saying that it's similar to Breath of the Wild, that you can solve a problem in multiple ways, and I just like that. That's what an open world game should be for me, right? I'm more excited about Crimson Desert than I am GTA 6. I'm not even excited for GTA 6. I don't care. I think it's like, oh yeah, sure, you can see the horse poop, whatever, okay? And the balls shrink in the cold. Good job, Rockstar. Good job on crunching the hell out of your developers. Is the game any fun? I don't think so, okay? I don't think it's gonna be that fun. But Crimson Desert, that one looks really fun. That one looks really fun, you know? Um, is Bjerger still chilling there? Sadly, Bjerger has been chilling here because we got a lot of God of War things to talk about, and he's just been sitting here, you know. But anyway, to answer the thing about the Fae game, I'm making the video and I recorded the script. I can show you guys if you want. I recorded the script and I'm now cutting all the mistakes I made in it. But it's gonna be, I don't know, I'm not gonna say a lengthy video, but a decent size video, you know. So in it I talk about some things, and one of the things I talk about is like when exactly in the timeline this game is going to take place, because it is kind of interesting that, yeah, the rumors are saying that it's going to be a Fae game, but then why does Christopher Judge say our game will be revealed later in the summer? He's walked that back. He said that, no, guys, I was talking about other projects. Okay, Christopher Judge. Okay, buddy. In the context of the conversation, it really sounds like you were talking about the next project you have with God of War. Okay, buddy. So I'm gonna go in on the assumption that he was talking about God of War. I could be wrong, but still. But why does he say that? Why does he say that he's going to be in the next God of War game? The one that's going to be announced next summer. This summer, I mean. And maybe the game is co-op? Yeah, no. But the question I'm trying to answer right now is, if Kratos is going to be in it... Look, let's consult the older guides. I mean the Lore and Legends book. If Kratos is going to be... This is the beginning of the timeline, of what we know of the Norse timeline up here. Like 200 years before the events of God of War 2018. 200 years, right? A lot of things happen here. A lot of juicy lore moments happen in this part here. Kratos gets to the Norse lands 115 years before the events of God of War 2018. A lot of the things that I think would make a really good Fae prequel game are long past gone. Like, they're ancient history by then. So the fact that Christopher Judge is saying that he's going to be in it has me a little bit worried. Because I get the sense that it might be a prequel that takes place a couple of decades before God of War 2018. And it could still be good. But there's a lot of things in the deep past of the Norse realms that I want to see before that, you know? Hey, Young Wapo, much love, Kuba in chat. Remember, to visit... Oh, wow, you remember to visit your loved ones. You just kind of like, compress all that into one message. But yeah, of course, visit your loved ones, you know? We're actually playing Ragnarok today. Yeah, well, you know, the day's early still. You don't know what's going to happen. Let's meet Burger here. Let's see what he's doing. Let me get this chest. This Fae game could be a prequel and a sequel at the same time. Oh, with time travel and stuff? I mean, you're gonna have to watch the video. I talk about all of these things, okay? I talk... I rolled.
We could say the same. You nearly sacrificed yourself for us. Did he not, Kratos?
I am sorry it took so long.
You had a war to fight. I was safe. Still, I'd like to get back to Freyr's camp.
I'm sorry, Birger, but... Freyr... He's gone. He fell. At Ragnarok.
I see. I would take the nearby Mystic Gateway back to camp, but... I have no stone for it.
We do.
How did you manage to survive that fall?
I rolled. Talk later.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Birger was just scared of Ragnarok. And he's like, I'm totally gonna sacrifice myself, guys. I'm gonna do it. And he just chilled here. Look at this. It's such a chill place. Like, there's a couple dragons. There's a couple dragons, to be fair, okay?
Big man,
But...
boss needs your help coaxing this stag back to the World Tree. The boss needs your help, mind you. Not me. I'm doing great. Got a belly full of stag feed. Living life, but yeah. Talk to him back at the Realm Between Realms when you got a moment.
Alright. Hey, Chronicler, what's up, man? They see me rolling. You know it. What are the cuts doing? Why are they both there?
I hope we see each other again.
And under different circumstances, one hopes.
There he goes. Cuba, maybe we play as Faye in the past and Kratos in the present time. Yeah, but how's that gonna work?
Now that he's safe, we
How's
may
that gonna
leave.
work?
But it seems there's much to be done in this crater if you wish to
Yeah,
explore.
yeah, we'll be back, Freya. Chill, okay? Sentry's house. Let's go and talk to the squirrel first. The issue I had with Ragnarok, guys, was that it was too divided. Santa Monica wanted it to be a Kratos game and an Atreus game at the same time. They should just focus on one. And the Kratos, Christopher Judge saying that he's going to be in the game scares me, because I'm like, I think Santa Monica is once again doing that thing with Ragnarok, that they're afraid of having a full-on Atreus game, and Kratos is the one that's going to hold it back. I know that as a God of War fan, that sounds insane to say, but when you're going to have one of these ideas, you really have to commit to it. Like, if you want to tell a fake prequel game, you gotta go full in. You gotta go full, not the thing that Eric Williams said of, 85% Kratos and 15% Atreus. Like, no. You have to commit. If you want to do a fake game, you really have to go all in, you know, because then you're gonna have a divided experience, you know. I personally think, if I want to be optimistic about this, I want to say that, yeah, the fake game is gonna take place hundreds of years in the past. But at the end, it's gonna end with her traveling to the future or something and seeing Kratos. And then that's how he's going to get a little cameo role, if you will, you know? But that's it. Like, I don't necessarily want to play as Kratos at this point. If you're gonna do a prequel game, go full in, bro. Go full in, you know? I'm telling you, the fake game has expectations, and it needs to really deliver if they have any hopes of an Atreus game in the future. There's a lot riding on this fake game. I agree with you. There's a lot riding on this fake game, because from the rumors, it seems that Santa Monica wants to build an MCU type of experience. And I'll be honest with you.
Don't talk to me, I'm in the zone.
You're in the zone. You're in the zone, you say. Santa Monica wants to build like an MCU type of experience. Where the hell is... I forgot.
Oh, good,
Hello,
you're
Renata.
here. Hello. What you?
Yeah,
Now the debt. This I thought my
you.
Give me a sec, guys.
What it?
it is and
What
on the little in order you'll use this.
You mean to say you'd raise them by yourself?
Indeed, I have no small experience managing extreme personalities. Compared to wrestling with my emotions in the most literal of senses, I dare say raising a handful of lean worms will be a walk in the park. Say, have you a moment for another piece of important business?
Oh my god, come on.
The and which
Alright.
what? But I would they know unfortunate. If you I would keep consequent.
Weird.
Great. Once then what and
Vigeners asked me if I was too
Nailed
chicken
it.
to release them, but I am in fact not chicken-like
I don't even know what this is.
whatsoever. So as you can see, I had no choice.
yes, of course. What else could you have done?
The favored snacks
While
of the
normally
stags.
that'd be a harmless prank,
You gotta lure them with snacks, bro.
Stags from returning, and now they have long since scattered to
Okay.
parts unknown. It was worth it. Now, what else might there be to discuss?
The sequence where Birger sacrifices himself is so funny to me. In the first playthrough, I was thinking, who the fuck is this? And the face Kratos makes in that scene, like, he's thinking, what is this guy doing?
So,
I love that scene too. Like, ironically, I love it because, like, yeah, who is this guy? I don't know you, bro. I'm guessing I was supposed to do. Is there a side quest that I was supposed to do with Birger before he does the sacrifice that I just didn't do? Because I'm like, who are you? Like, I don't like you. I don't know who you are. Let's see, crater entrance. That's not it. I'm gonna go overgrown tower. That's gotta be it, right? That's where he was. I want to say that's where he was. Anyway. Also, that MCU idea from around when Blue Point
Back
was
to the
acquired,
crater?
who knows how much
Still a
things
few
have
loose
changed
ends to
things.
tie up.
Well, the thing
The
is,
warriors still hold the
I've gotten the feeling. Well, not my. I shouldn't say that. I should say that then when God of War 2018 came out, it generated when it got announced. Actually, when it got announced, it generated a very similar feeling to the MCU already. That we were out there just finding hints and like making connections and stuff, right? And I think maybe that's when the idea started, that Corey was like, maybe we can do something like this. and that's why you started to get the hints about Faye. In the context of us knowing that Santa Monica or Sony wants to make an MCU type of experience, God of War Ragnarok makes a lot of sense. At least like the things that were kind of disappointing and the things that were in the game just kind of make sense. Because what this piece of knowledge now explains. Can you guys shut up? Can you guys shut up? I'm trying to talk here. This explains like why there's an end scene with Thrud, for example, where she gets the hammer and she just goes somewhere. Santa Monica probably wants to leave the door open for a Thrud game where we're gonna play as, because people wanted Kratos to have the hammer and they couldn't give us that in the story. So they're like, hey, why don't we make her daughter a playable character? And they kind of leave that door open. It makes sense why there aren't that many Norse gods in Ragnarok. It's because Santa Monica wants to probably use them in other Norse games with Faye. It's not just one, according to the resume of the Santa Monica writer, it's not just one Faye game. They've created a franchise, or like they've planted the seeds for a franchise. It's going to be multiple games, so they need a lot of Norse gods to either be allies or villains for Faye. So it's like, it just makes sense. Holy shit! Who's that? Oh, by Deucerold 920 50 memberships. Thank you so much, man. He's back at it again, man. He's back releasing 50 people from the pits of Tartarus. Thank you so much, man. This guy's insane, man. Thank you, man. That's a lot of people who are gonna get to be on the stream today. All thanks to you, man. Yeah, hey, Kaptain. What's up, man? These leaks are, and all these discoveries by Morse has thrown me off as to what Corey is planning. I see clues, but I cannot connect them. It's hard because even the whole thing about Morse's discovery in the files of God of War Ragnarok really does throw things for a loop. Because we can't say that... Oh, there you are. We can't say that that's canon. That's not in the game. Freya, move so the guy can come out. There you go. We can't say that those things are canon because it happens, it doesn't happen at all. It just happens like, it's something that was planned but that didn't make it in. So, to what extent can we say that that's canon? We can get an idea.
A candle.
Heard that one before?
Can we mute them maybe?
Oh. Well, did you?
I kind of want to mute them, to be honest with you. I'm gonna mute them. I don't need to listen to this. Yeah, oh, beautiful. Beautiful. What was I saying? They just throw me off for a loop. I don't know what I'm saying once I start talking. I forget. What was I saying, guys? Oh yeah, ideas change all the time. Yeah, I know. That idea. I think when Corey set out to make God of War 2018, I was a little bit too naive. Like after the game came out, that everything was gonna go according to plan, right? And it's like that's just not a realistic. That's not a realistic view on game development. Things in game development change all the time. I can't expect them to like stay true to that path 100% because things happen that it's not necessarily their fault, you know? And the most recent one is not even the Morse discovery. The more recent one is Blue Point Games' Atreus game. That thing got canceled. Atreus' game got canceled. This is why, I don't know, I was surprised that video did not really blow up in the God of War community. I'm okay. I understand that people don't like Atreus, but we've known for a while that Santa Monica was most likely going to do an Atreus game. And we got confirmation of it, that they were working on it. And it got canceled. You guys not see that? You guys not see that? One of the two protagonists that Santa Monica set up in the Norse saga, his game got canned. His game got canned, bro. And it's like, what is going on? What is that sound? What sound? So when it comes to the Atreus game, I really don't know what they're going to do. I'm assuming they'll eventually have to come back with someone else and make one, right? I mean, I know that I forgot her name. Ariel Lawrence. Chronicler, is that her name? Like, she's the woman who's been working in Santa Monica for the longest time. I think she's also directing something. Maybe she could be making an Atreus game. Like, I think it's hinted in the retrospective that she is going to be a director as well. So maybe it's her thing. Maybe it's her thing. It's her thing, you know? What's your expectations for Corey's game name? Oh, that's something I suck at, bro. That's something I suck at. And I am not ashamed to say that sometimes I have to consult ChatGPT for ideas for titles for videos. I don't take him exactly how the AI overlord gives them to me, but I kind of take inspiration from it because I suck at titling things. And in the video about Faye that I'm making, I kind of leave it to the community. I asked them, what do you guys think this title's gonna be? Because I'm like, you guys, I feel like I'm more creative in that sense than I am. So anyway. Yeah, why didn't you even mention once that in Sons of Sparta we get a lot of lore about all the missing Greek gods like Apollo? You know what I found really weird? And again, I haven't had time to get into Sons of Sparta. I have been thinking a lot about some things. There's something weird in Sons of Sparta. There's something really weird in Sons of Sparta that, I don't know, I'll eventually have to make a video on it. I don't remember if I have a video of it. I don't think I do. You guys want to take a little break to show you something? We're gonna take this is like a members hangout primarily, so let's take a little break. Let's take a little break and show you something. Mother of boy. And I think at one point I was talking about Sons of Sparta, how Santa Monica started off wrong with the idea of their MCU type of thing. I think if they're gonna do like multiple characters, they really need to be more. It's honestly an opportunity for them to be more creative in what types of games they do. And I keep saying I have to make a video about this as well. There's so many videos I have to make, guys. There's so many videos that I might not even make any of them because it's just I'm getting overloaded, you know. But when it comes to like making an NCU type of experience, you really do have to create multiple types of experiences. You can't just they can still kind of follow the same through line of the story, right? But when I thought of a God of War Metroidvania, this wasn't it, man. This was not it. Let's see. Let me show you something. Yeah, it's not members mode, by the way. I can speak. No, I know that. I kind of have it set 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes to be open to everyone. That way, it's not just. That way, I'm not banishing everyone who can't pay for a membership, so they can talk for a little bit. You know. Yeah, it's here. Oh, use fine. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I mean, they have to sell Faye as a protagonist to the audience, which her appearance in Raggy was made. Oh, I agree. I also want to make a video about the 10 things Santa Monica needs to do in the Faye game to make it succeed or something like that. Because I agree with you, bro. I hate how plain she looks in God of War Ragnarok, and I get it. She wasn't really like an extreme focus in that game. She did not have to be the focus of attention, right? But she just looks like generic Norse woman number 3 in God of War Ragnarok. They need to really apply the same artistry that they did with the Greek games and in creating Kratos, and that just giving him a distinct look. They need to have like they need Faye to pop, bro. I know the color yellow is gonna be involved in there, but she really needs to pop against the environment and something that you like. She looks cool. She looks cool. Like, I want to play as Faye. I'm not an artist, so I don't know what that could entail. But yeah, I agree with you. They need to make her look really good. I'm not talking about making her look hot necessarily, right? I'm not saying that. She just needs to be visually striking as a character. When are you telling your wife about us, bro? Never. I got a good thing going on with the wife here, okay? And I got a good thing going on with you too, so stop it. Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it groovy between us, you know. Let's hope that there really is an announcement late summer. I think at this point there's going to be. We got both Christopher Judge and Nate the Hate, who's a reliable insider, saying it, and I think another one was saying it. By the way, this whole area here is really weird. Look at that giant ass crossbow in the background. What is that? There's a weird statue that you would think is Zeus, but it doesn't look like Zeus at all. But it gets even weirder. It gets even weirder. You already saw it. Kind of spoiled it. Kind of spoiled it. Let me just kill these guys real quick. Let's do another one of these. Oh, look, he got stuck. Oh, look, poor little harpy. Poor little harpy. Okay, this is the really weird thing about this. Who is that? Who is that right there? That looks like Helios to me. That looks like Helios carrying a skeleton. What? Why? None of the murals are as weird as this one is right now. That's Jeff. Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. None of the murals in this game, because there's a couple of them. I think I have them highlighted somewhere. Yeah, there's one right there. That's one that shows Sparta and Athens working together. Here's another one. Like, none of them are as interesting as this. Like, what is this here? What is this supposed to be? You know? Is he grabbing his no, he's pulling like a blanket, or it could be like a cloud with a skeleton in it. And what's really interesting is that Helios, hold on, Helios in this game, it's not in the lexicon. Scoot over more, I want to see the picture. That was the whole picture. That was the whole picture. But Helios, when it comes to the lexicon, he doesn't have an entry. Apollo, Ares, Artemis, Athena, Demeter, Dionysius, Hades, Hermes, Hestia, Nike, Poseidon, Zeus, Aether, Chaos, Gaia, Hemera, Nyx, Uranus, Kronos, Coeus, Creus. I might be getting the pronunciation a little bit wrong here. You get Hyperion, but he's not even, Helios is not even mentioned here. Lapetus, Mnemosyne, Oceanus, Phoebe, Rhea, Tethys, I don't know how to pronounce these names. He's not mentioned here, unless I'm forgetting that he gets mentioned in one of these entries. That's why I haven't made a video about this yet, because I haven't really done the full research of it yet. But at least like as an entry, he's not in it. And there are some gods that are not in it, like Thanatos and Helios' sister. I forgot her name. What's Helios' sister's name? The one in Chains of Olympus. God damn it, what's her name? I forgot her name. You see her in Chains of Olympus. But anyway, those gods are not there. But Helios, you would think he would be there because he's one of the big Olympians, you know. He's one of the guys you fight in God of War 3. Yeah, Eos, thank you. But then the other weird thing is, like you said, the whole thing with Apollo. Where is it? Gifts of Olympus. Yeah, the solar flame. It's like they're rewriting history, where Apollo is now the god of the sun. Something's going on here with Helios. And I gotta say, the coffee kicked in, so I'll be back in a few minutes. You guys can watch the Minotaur getting stabbed endlessly as I go and take care of business. So I'll be right back. I feel lighter. Welcome back, everybody. Can you just imagine this in the remake version? All the quick time events. Hey, Mayo has a good point that maybe we should get a couple variations in the way we kill people. You know, the fuck is that? That reminds me, it has been 30 minutes. Jeez, Kuba's sweating. Well, I had to run because I also had to feed the cats. Like, they're all over me sometimes, so I had to like feed them as well. But I remember saying it's been 30 minutes, so I'm sorry, I have to send some people to Tartarus. I love you guys, but I'll see you on the non-members stream. So let me just say your final words now. Say your final words to your member brothers, okay? And that looks cool. Oh, thumbnail got me there. Let's see. Where's the Ragnarok stream? Oh, we're gonna do that now. Give me a sec. Oh, that's Flasher. I can just ignore that. All right. Let's see. Sorry, give me a sec. Farewell to Tartarus. More like hello to Tartarus. Am I right? Let's see. Customization. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Not everybody. Welcome back, members. I always feel weird, okay? I always feel weird just like excluding people out of the fun stuff, you know? Hold up, I'm gonna beat my grandma to get her credit card and add more people. Alright. Maybe, okay, Duracell might be beating up her grandma to get her credit card so more people can come in. So more people might be freed from Tartarus. Yay, you guys! Boo, grandma. Poor grandma. Grandma's gonna get it, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, grandma. Not my grandma. Alright, so we were on God of War Ragnarok, and from this I can just confirm. What do you mean by I can ignore it? It's just you being a troll. I mean, like, it's just I kind of have to ignore it, man. I go insane just listening to you. 50, there you go, guys. He comes in with 50 memberships. I don't think there's even that many people here. I don't think there's that many people here to begin with. But there you go. 50 people are now members again, thanks to Duracell. I'm just gonna call you Duracell if you don't mind, because your name is long, okay? People are gonna wake up. I had some comments the other day that they had just commented on my video, and they were like, didn't even know I became a member. People wake up like it's Christmas sometimes with you guys, with people like Duracell here, where they're like, oh, I'm a member. Someone has gifted me the membership to Kuba's channel. It can gift any random person that is subscribed. Oh, I know, yeah. Hey, Zero Needles Coffee. Who's that? He's got a check mark. Who's Zero Needles Coffee? We got an important person here. Oh, it's like, oh, making videos mostly about Devil May Cry. Bro, I have been getting 1 million subscribers. What the hell? Bro, this dude's famous, man. But yeah, I have been getting seriously into Devil May Cry recently. I'm playing through the whole series now, and I love it, man. I absolutely love the crap out of it now, because it is so fun, and it's one of those games that is definitely endlessly replayable. I can just replay that game again and again because it's so many different fighting styles, so many weapons you can use. It's insane. And I haven't even gotten to DMC5 yet. DMC5 is when it really gets insane. Let's see. Okay, where are we going now? I might have to turn up the I think it's this way. Wait. Did you check Septic Flesh? What do you think? I did check it. I still, it's not my thing. I don't know. It's just not my thing. I can kind of see like the Greek soundtrack like relevance, if you will, but I still don't think it's not my thing. I'm not gonna say that it's not great. I just don't think it's for me, you know. But I did check it after the stream ended. There was one you guys gave me that said that, oh, this one's gonna be really good, but it's okay. I can kind of see the resemblance to the Greek theme in that song, but I don't know. I'm just repeating myself now, but I just don't like the type of music, you know. Blows up. There we go. How many notes do you think Corey had for Faye, for Eric during Ragnarok? Oh, I don't know, but I'm sure he had some things. Again, like that, we've been talking about that for a while. It was like, I don't think it was just like 3 things that Corey told Eric, you know, to do. I think there were definitely more. If they were building this MCU type of experience like the rumors are claiming, I think that he definitely had a lot more requirements for that game. And I also think Faye was one of them. Like, I talk about it in the video. The whole thing with Faye is weird because it does seem like her story's not fully over yet. Like, those dream sequences, Kratos himself says that they're more than dreams. Like, something else is going on that we're not seeing. I think Faye will still have a role to play. Her role will be smaller, I think. But I think it'll be, she'll still have one, you know? Alright, let's not get lost here. Kind of hard with this map, though. God, they need a better map, man. They need a better map desperately. Like, how do I get here? I think I was able to go there before. Yggdrasil Rift. Place. Okay, I don't remember how to get there. There's something up there. Let me do that again, huh? Let me do it again. I saw Mayo commented on your video, need a podcast with you. Yeah, we talked about probably doing one sometime later. I'm just kind of busy right now working on some important videos that I need to get out first, but I think he mostly wants to talk about the God of War remakes. I think that's the thing he cares about the most. I'm gonna ask him about the Faye thing, but I don't think he's paying attention to that kind of stuff. I don't think he cares that much, you know. He mostly cares about the God of War remakes and how to do them properly. And that in itself is another whole interesting conversation that we haven't really had. Again, it's just been a lot of things to process, you know. What did Chronicler say? Bro, all the Sons of Sparta murals have an explanation in the Codex. There's a lot of lore in there. Wait, what do you mean in the Codex? Really? Wait, how? Can you tell me how? Because it must be like the menus thing that I'm not getting, but I don't see. I was looking for like explanations of the murals, but I don't know how to find it. Did you realize that the Sugan Alpine Library side quest legit half the library had Egyptian hieroglyphs tablets, and that library is old from the Light and Dark Elves were friends eons ago? We can go there again. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. If you look up all the completed tasks, every item has a description. Really? It's confusing to find by the school. Okay, now we're doing that. We're doing that because I'm really curious about that. Give me a sec, okay? We're doing that. So it's I did complete all of the murals already. So hold on a second. Thank you for letting me know, Chronicler. I was gonna ask you regardless on Discord, but now that you're here, you can walk me through these confusing ass menus, bro. It's all Spartan history. What the hell does Helios have to do with Spartan history? Let's see. Let me see. So you said in the Codex there's a lot of lore in there. So archives? See, this is what I'm talking about. Where is it? Regions, maybe? Maybe that's like but that's not, can't be right. Hazards, is not it. Temples? No, not temples. See, how do you get to it? Go to goals. See, I can't find it. Landmarks. Shit. Okay, now what? Carved in stone. Oh, okay, there you go. Bro, I was desperately looking for this. Alright. The rivalry between Spartans and Arcadians lasted for generations, flaring into war with regularity, yet frustrating all the efforts to secure an ultimate victory. The only solution, according to Delphi's oracle, was for Sparta to recover the missing bones of Orestes, son of Agamemnon. Oh, interesting. This led to a great quest through which Lycus of Sparta discovered Orestes' remains and brought them home. So that isn't even Helios. This helped to reframe the conflict in mythic and historical terms, which, with the legitimacy of divine favor line in Sparta, indeed our armies were subsequently able to breach the walls of Tega and force the Arcadian generals to surrender. That's interesting, bro. That's interesting. The first Sacred War. I mean, I feel like this is where, because people wanted me to do like a whole like timeline of what happened in the Norse games. I feel like this is it. This is where you're gonna get like all of the timeline leading up to the events of this game. And I didn't even know this was the thing. I didn't know you could even go here and look for it, you know. Oh, the poor city of Kira. That's an ascension. Threaten the accessibility of this vital spiritual resource. In response, the unprecedented coalition of Greek cities-states formed to protect public access to the Oracle. Spartans resorted to defeating ships in peace. For the first time in memory, under the cover of night, this unlikely line swiftly conquered Kira, in Apollo's name, safeguarding the sacred journey to Delphi. For all the Greeks. Wow. Okay. So what's interesting is that this is not even Helios, bro. It just looks like him. It just looks like him. Everything has descriptions like the schematics, except let me look at the schematics. Hold on, let me look, because I was... Where are the schematics? Artifacts? Temple of Zeus. Oh my god, I hate these menus, bro. Completed. That's not it, that's not it. Where's the schematics, dude? Can you tell me? Yeah, look at that. This is where you get all the juicy lore. The crimes of the Katagari twins are well known in the city. If they're rivals to the Kerkopes, I believe we're on the correct side. Akamon may be thieves, but they're not. This is what I'm talking about. Father of invention, artifacts. LOL. That makes sense. These diagrams shed some light on the bovine automatat lately encountered in Daedalus Foundry. These prototypes were the makings of a defense system intended to be deployed around some object of great value to some important patron. Wait. An interesting find. Though Daedalus is not popularly credited for designing the so-called Trojan horse, these early diagrams suggest he certainly had a role in inspiring it. Interesting. His propensity for dreaming up novel hiding places is demonstrable across his career. Such a link is far from incredible in this chronicle's estimation. Interesting, bro. One of the great master signature creations, and perhaps the one that cemented his reputation as the master craftsman of his age. The Labyrinth of Crete was designed. So it's not. This is not even like the labyrinth of the God of War 3, like I said in my video. If I had found this fucking thing before, you know. Which makes sense because Zeus had not reached out to him at this point. Was designed to contain the original Minotaur. At once, King Minos' prized possession and monument to his shame, and keep it both safe and hidden from view. There you go, and you got the wings. Exploring different materials from which they could be constructed in one infamous prior attempt to harness the power of flight. His son Icarus plummeted to the depths that remains undiscovered. What? Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna have to read all those things. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought I was just... This is gonna impact my my review of the game whenever I get to it, because I just thought that you were just collecting random shit without any explanation, you know? Yeah, it's the OG Labyrinth, exactly, yeah. Kiss Mid. Mid's the best, bro. He's the best. Yeah, it's out there, but I think the Egyptian hieroglyphs in the ancient Elven library could potentially tie Thoth, given the gift of writing to the Norse pantheon from hieroglyphs to Norse runes. Yeah, that's something else that I was going to talk about before all of this God of War, the God of War floodgates opened, and we had a lot of things to talk about the future. But there's something interesting going on with how interconnected these realms are. You know, there's something there that Corey has waited to. Corey has wanted to explore for a while. Wait, doesn't that contradict the dialogue in Ragnarok? Doesn't Kratos say that he was there during the Trojan horse? No, it says that. I forgot what it said. What did it say right now, Chronicler? It said that this one went on to inspire it. The Trojan horse, the Trojan War has not happened. Wait, has it happened? I'm gonna have to look deeply into it, because I think I also read something that said that Agamemnon was involved, and Agamemnon was in the Trojan War. So, does it contradict Ragnarok? Does it contradict Ragnarok? I don't know. When's the next video out? Oh, the next video is the Faye video, and I'm trying to get it out. Let me see. I already did the dialogue. I recorded the script, but let's see. Today's Thursday. It's probably gonna be up Tuesday, so I can start working on the next video before that as well. So Tuesday for members or public. I haven't really made up my mind yet. I don't know. Let me get the chat again. Just imagine fighting Hercules in Hades and the Sisters of Fate with modern graphics. Yeah, that part is exciting. I just hope it delivers on all of the other aspects that made the Greek games so good, you know. Alright. I kind of forgot how to traverse this whole crater thing. I'm not seeing... Because I know we have to open up the floodgates, actually. And there was a... Maybe through here? Like, there's something here. Like, what the fuck is this? Let me see. It's another one? I don't think I'm ready for this one. It'd be nice if Freya focused on the other one. There's so many enemies, oh my god. What's going on? Get. Oh, she disappeared. Oh, it's that one that you have to chase, right? Okay. Interesting. I hope they don't get rid of any of the puzzles in the remake. They're probably gonna add a few. Look, I think they're definitely going to add some new things to the remakes. Someone was asking me about what I thought COD content in the remakes, and I think they're gonna add a couple of things that are going to surprise us. I think, and this is gonna be the theme of this stream today. I think they're going to address the mystery of the lost level of Sparta. That is one of those mysteries that's not really in the mainstream of the God of War fanbase, but I find it really interesting that there was this whole level of Sparta that was almost done, and it didn't make it into God of War 2. And And Bruno hinted in my video that it was going to take place at the beginning of the game because he has his godly armor. I was like, wait, what? So it wasn't Rhodes? So how do we combine this level with the Colossus of Rhodes? Was it just going to be some random giant before? It doesn't make any sense. There was something there that could potentially explain Kratos' change from, you know, the more depressy Kratos that you see in God of War 1 to the full-on angry one you see at the beginning of God of War 2. There was an introduction level that we're completely missing, and I think we're finally going to see that in the God of War 2 remake, you know? I really want the God of War franchise to make more collaborations. I want Kratos in another Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's kind of struggling these days. I think they need more than just cameos. In fact, I find the cameos in Mortal Kombat these days to be kind of lame. Like, they kind of relied too much on it, you know? It became microtransactions. In Mortal Kombat 9, it was fun because, like, oh my god, yeah, you get Kratos and Freddy Krueger, but then it just became nothing but cameos, bro. What I think PlayStation should revisit is another Battle Royale idea like they did before. I think that could work out. Shit. God damn, bro. What? 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 You can only hit him with the Leviathan axe? Come on, man. Cody Rhodes. I wonder how different we will look at 2018 and Ragnarok after we see the story of Faye game. You are really excited about the Faye game, aren't you? Ear fan. I know you are, man. Yeah, it might be interesting, like, seeing it. And it's possible that Faye is the character that Corey referred to as following Kratos and Atreus when it came to the Who Blew the Horn mystery. That might be it. It never made sense for it to be Baldur. No, you can hit him with any weapon? Alright, then I don't know, there was some weird hit detection going on there because I was hitting him with the Blades of Chaos. I will say though, this is probably one of my favorite Norse enemies. Like, since 2018, it's one of my favorite ones. I love that you can't really hit him from the back. And he's got like these long animations that confuse you. He's one of the better villains, I will give him that. Damn it. Son of a bitch. You know what? Let's go with a pokey stick. Let's go with a pokey stick. Okay, you're dying. You're dying, Igol or Ejol, whatever your name is. I don't know why, but I love these enemies. They're well designed. Like they have a distinct identity in both their look and their gameplay. Like you really do have to play different with them, you know, because it's an icy skull. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Do you think they could change the story of God of War 3 by making Kratos fight Deimos? No, that's too big of a change. I think the stories will remain the same. They just will add better context for like some of the events. I did it again. But I don't think we're gonna get Deimos. For one thing, that doesn't really make sense because Ghost of Sparta is still canon. And that's where Deimos is a part of the story. You know, they're not gonna get rid of that. I would have loved it if originally Corey directed God of War 3, for sure. Tu madre. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, you get him, Freya. You get him. Is this the shield? Yeah, I can just run with it. Okay, good, good. There goes your kneecap. There goes your kneecap. I don't think it's working though. Is it working? It's not working. Spanish Cuba activated. Yeah, whenever I get too pissed in a game, like this Spanish just comes out, man. Look at my health. Look at my non-existent health. This guy. Turn your back. I mean, yeah, turn around, bro. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Pokey attack. There we go. Yeah. He's a good enemy. I like him. Ah. That's for Birger right there. For not joining him. I'm almost certain they'll add new gods in the remake. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that because I also think that even though I kind of consider Sons of Sparta to be a bit of a disappointment, I think they might want to make more sequels to that game that kind of end up with Ghost of Sparta. It's possible. AAA games in general from PlayStation have a lot of issues with their dialogue, sadly. Oh, I agree, bro. I agree. One guy made a really interesting video that's kind of getting a lot of heat. I think it's getting a lot of support as well. I think the video is called why God of War feels immature. I don't know if it's Ragnarok or just God of War in general feels immature. And he talks about like the approach to dialogue, how it has kind of gone downhill, you know. And it's like I've been saying that for a long time, you know. Hey, why Zazzy? Zazzy, what's up, man? Welcome to the members, man. I'm still sad they only have trolls or dragons in the combat arenas. I don't even check the combat arenas. I don't really bother with it. Okay, so we can definitely go there. All right, so we can probably go down. That's how we get to the whole other area. Good. We be exploring. Do you know why Odin is holding an axe instead of a spear in Surtur's shrine we see in 2018 in Ragnarok? I mean, when 2018 came out, I had the theory that Kratos was going to die or something, and he was gonna take the Leviathan axe. That didn't come true. So no, at the moment I don't know why that is. You know, I don't know if that's something that it is going to be interesting if something happened between Odin and Faye or something. And he ends up getting the axe for some time, but I just don't see... Because that doesn't make any sense, because that's the Battle of Ragnarok. It depicts the Battle of Ragnarok, right? But the Battle of Ragnarok had not happened yet. Although I think you think that Ragnarok is a cyclical event, right? I think that's your theory on it, right? Yeah, the God of War Reddit is full of Norse-only fanboys. It's because it's the most recent one, bro. It's because it's the most recent one. Like, the Greek God of War fans are ancient beings at this point. Like, we go back way back, you know. I think before Reddit was a thing. So it makes sense why we don't really have much of a presence. And if we're being honest, if we don't lie to ourselves, you know, the Norse games just sell well. I mean, they sell way better than the Greek ones did. And I think that's because they've opened the entry barrier. You know, they're no longer just action games. They're RPGs, semi-open world games, which are things that a lot more people gravitate towards. You know, and I think it's a shame, but you know, it's kind of the direction that Santa Monica has gone in, and it's like, At this point, we just gotta be focused on how to make it better. You know, how do you get both sides to the fandom? You know. Wow. Kidney hit. I hate Reddit. I don't hate it. I just don't go there. Like I don't. I'm not really. It's not something I check that much. Sometimes when I see an interesting post of people talking about something, but for the most part, I don't really go to Reddit. It's not my thing. I'm kind of just going back. Shit. I'm going back to a more healthy outlook in life, if you will. I'm trying to stay away from social media, even comment sections, like in my videos for the most part. I read some of it, but I don't try to read every single comment because I would go insane, bro. Like it's just too much. I don't think humans were meant to be this interconnected with each other. It's got its pros and cons. It's got its pros, but it definitely has its cons, you know. And I kind of tend to stay away from it for the most part, and just focus on the games I want to play, you know. I think they're going to add more gods and extend the lore of the Greek games to set up stories for the next mainline games. The story for God of War is pretty much done for Kratos, and they know that. I think they can still tell more stories with them. You know, they're definitely hinting at more things with the higher plane of existence and all that stuff. Okay, there was another one. I think I missed. It was somewhere up there, right? Yeah, right there. How the hell am I gonna get that one? Let me see. Yeah. The sales are higher because nowadays many people have PlayStations, unlike before. Oh, like the that too. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, PlayStation, and I really do mean it, sadly has become like the leading console for, I'm gonna say the mainstream, because Nintendo still has a lot of fanboys, but it's Sony's console, the one that gets the most attention from the masses, because it has a lot of exclusives, and it also has a lot of support from third-party games, right? So yeah, they're gonna have like most of the sales because Xbox just absolutely sucks. So you know, there's that, and but I also think that the newer God of War games have done things that have made it more enjoyable for the masses, you know. Whatever, I don't have to deal with that now. There's audio coming out of my controller. I know you can go into settings and do it. Let me just do it. Let me just do it real quick. It's one of those features like, why was this added? Why is this a thing? Controller, I think. Sound. Turn that shit down. I don't need that. It just startles me whenever it goes off. Xbox killed itself. It really did, man. It really did. Bro, someone on Reddit said that the new games have better dialogue than the OG games because the Norse gods talk like real people, whereas the Greek gods talk like fantasy character. No joke. Yeah, I prefer the fantasy character way more. The dialogue is much more to the point, you know. And the whole thing of like, oh, they sound like real people is just an excuse to make them sound like people who live in California. I hate that. I hate what they did to Deimos in Sons of Sparta, bro. I love Deimos. And I think I liked him because I didn't really know much about him. But man, once he fucking opened his mouth, why is this thing not freezing? That's weird. Once he opened his mouth in Sons of Sparta, I'm like, oh my god, shut up, bro. It's another dragon. Another dragoon. Oh, it's the Drake, right? Oh yeah. Forgot about that thing. That was cool. This whole section really is cool, man. This whole crater section is amazing that they were able to fit this whole thing in. What? Okay. Xbox is a thing of the past. Sony and PlayStation are basically controlling the market right now. Also, Sony's going back to the Nintendo formula of keeping exclusives. Yeah, I mean, I could have told them that. I could have told them that they, if they wanted to sell consoles, they should have stayed exclusives, right? But there's an issue with that. There's an issue with that PlayStation, I don't think they've considered yet. Or at least it doesn't, they haven't really shown any signs of it yet. PlayStation has an issue right now that their games sell, but they take so goddamn long to make, and they're such safe products most of the time that, you know, the people who have been gaming for a while can see them for what they are. They're good, serviceable games sometimes, but they put all of their XP into the story part, you know, and good cinematics, the things that, you know, attract the wider audiences, you know, where it's like, oh yeah, it's got a nice story, so I'm just gonna play it for a little bit, right? But that artistry of making good video games, I think it's kind of lost in PlayStation. And that's why I really wanted them to put effort into Sons of Sparta, because it was this little thing that doesn't really cost that much money, you know, to make, compared to God of War Ragnarok, for example, which was $200 or $300 million. Bro, you can get out like a small Metroidvania game, and you can get to like experiment with new mechanics that you can later implement into your AAA games, because these games, they're too risky, bro. They're not gonna be getting super creative with them. They're just not gonna do that. There's a lot of money on the table to be lost. So I think PlayStation needs to also, if they're not gonna go to PC anymore, they need to expand their horizons, man. They can't just keep doing like big ass AAA story driven games. It's gonna get stale. It's just going to get stale. They need to like pivot into making smaller projects that are more creatively focused, you know. And I just don't know if they're gonna do it, because I mean, I thought that's what Sons of Sparta was going to be, but it seems like what Santa Monica and PlayStation wanted for Sons of Sparta was just a little thing for fans of the series to just have fun on the anniversary. Like, it could have been so much more. It could have been so much more to really like try out some new mechanics, but it was the same map, very similar progression system, similar type of story with bland MCU-like dialogue in a lot of times. I was disappointed with it. You know. Yeah, Sons of Sparta not being a PC makes no sense. You know what's funny, Dean, about Sons of Sparta? It's the first... Sons of Sparta is the first God of War game that's exclusive to PS5. Completely exclusive. I find it to be hilarious. Like, their flagship title, the first exclusive game on their console was God of War Sons of Sparta. I find that to be hilarious. And I don't know, I know there's a lot of rumors now that PlayStation still is on track to release PlayStation 6 next year, right? And I know it's kind of coinciding with the rumors that the Faye game will also release next year, so I'm guessing if all goes according to their plan, it's probably going to be a launch title. I'm hoping. That'd be smart. But I'm gonna tell you right now. If it turns out that the Faye game is going to be cross-gen for both PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 6, and I can still play it 60 frames on PS5, I don't think I'm gonna get a PS6. Things are hella expensive right now. I'm probably not going to get a PS6. I'm just gonna stick with my PS5 and play it. I don't really care about 4K. I don't care about ray tracing that much. I just want 60 frames. If I'm able to get 60 frames on the PS5 with the Faye game, I think I'm gonna stick with it, because this generation has taught me that PlayStation, because like they have this monopoly now, they're not really consumer friendly. Like, they're not really for the consumer that much, and we're kind of seeing that with that whole topic of dynamic prices as well. And man, this generation, this is the worst PlayStation generation. It just is. No one's gonna convince me otherwise. This has been the worst PlayStation generation ever, because we have gotten barely any exclusives. This thing, I'm tapping my PlayStation. This thing has not really been utilized properly. Like, the power that this thing has, it hasn't been utilized properly. The only game that I can recall that kind of used like the power of the PlayStation 5 was Ratchet and Clank with the Rift mechanic. But even that, man, even that game came out buggy as hell. It's I don't know what they're gonna. I don't know what the selling point is going to be for the PSX, but if I'm able to play the Faye game at 60 frames, I'm eventually going to get it. I'm sure things are gonna get better with it, but if I'm able to play the Faye game at 60 frames on the PS5, I'm gonna stick with the PS5. You know, I hate how Atreus specifically stood out to Kratos because he was the only Spartan who wore a smile, while in Sons of Sparta everyone is a quirky kid. I mean, there's a couple of them, yeah. A lot of those characters, man, I could give three shits about in Sons of Sparta. Like Eleonora, it seemed like Santa Monica really wanted me to care about Eleonora, but I honestly could give three shits about. It could change if I read the lore and there's something interesting that I'm missing, but I don't know. It's like, oh yeah, I'm doing this because this is what my family has always done, but I want to do other things, and I stepped in place of my sister so she could follow her dreams. It's just modern bullshit. It's just modern, like, tropes of, like, people who live in LA. They did the same thing with Sigram at the end of Valhalla. I can't be a Valkyrie anymore. I gotta go find myself. What are you, in college? What are you gonna do? Go eat ramen? Like, why do you sound like you go to college in LA? Like, it's so ridiculous, bro. This dialogue has got to go. That's probably the number one thing that Santa Monica needs to address that's actionable. Just go back to just making these games feel mythological again, you know? Just go back to that. They won't do it, man. They won't do it. Anyway, don't forget Returnal. Shit was next level at the time. I did like Returnal. Returnal is probably the PS5 game I liked the most. I haven't finished it, but I did like it a lot when I played it. I almost finished it. Why is he not getting... Oh, it's this move. I thought I had the one where you throw a bunch of spears. There we go. Okay. To be fair, all of Valhalla is Kratos making peace with himself, quite literally. I mean, that's a big part of it. That's the whole thing with Kratos in that game, right? But I've also, like, I don't know, I've reconsidered Helios' role in that game as well, and I'm not sure I like it. It's one of those things that I just didn't really know. I didn't need to know how Helios acted. Like, and that's not really how I expected him to sound as well. Like, he's too quirky as well. Whereas in God of War 3, in God of War 3, he has like a couple of lines, and one of them is like, forward! Like, he's leading the fucking Olympians against the Titans, bro. Forward! The Titans will not prevail. It's like, you get to fill in with your imagination what Helios is like, you know? But in Valhalla, he's like, behind you, Kratos. Oh, you're gonna burn me? You're gonna threaten me with a good time? It's like, shut up, Helios. Shut the hell up, man. Faye backstory is interesting story-wise, but I really would have to see gameplay because she looks boring, especially if she's going to use the axe as the main weapon. Well, that's the... Okay, again, we go back to this thing. That's something really interesting about the Faye game, that it's like... If it's a spin-off franchise, Santa Monica wants to make it different, okay? And that's fair. And something that might not be... Something that might distinguish the Faye game from the Norse games is that she won't have the Leviathan axe. People don't realize this, but a lot of the events that I talk about in the prequel game, you know, happen in this area right here. But during all this time, Faye still doesn't have the Leviathan axe. I'm assuming she's active throughout this time. I could be wrong, right? But and if Morse is right, Faye is like super old, like one of the oldest beings as well. But Faye gets the axe here. Like, there's a lot of years, a lot of events that happen before Faye gets the axe, you know? So it's possible that she'll even have a completely new weapon. And then there's that whole rumor that the game is going to be a lot more like action focused, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means that the combat's gonna be faster, or that the pacing is going to be more action like. You know, I'm down for both, to be honest with you. What I'm saying is that it's not far-fetched for Sigrun to see him do that and get introspective about herself. The other Valkyries get introspective and told Kratos their story. Yeah, I didn't like that either. It's one of those things, it's one of those areas that I'm guessing the writers just put themselves too much into the characters. Like, I don't know, there was one of the Valkyries that tells the story of I don't know, like how she was a rebellious teen and didn't want to listen to her father's teachings on medicine, and she was all about the big city or something. And then she came back, and I forgot exactly how it goes, but it's like, I don't know. I'm guessing the people who don't notice it is because they're kind of born into this style of writing. But the people who grew up, who are much older now, like, they grew up with a different type of writing, and we can tell. We probably can't articulate it that well, but it's like we can kind of see that there's something off about this type of writing. It's very much millennial writing, you know. Stop talking about your feelings. Kinda, yeah. What weapons do giants use? Oh, I don't know. I mean, the term giant is kind of complicated as well, because it doesn't really mean that she's going to be a giant, you know. Fate, from what we know, was regular size. Giant is just a race, but it doesn't mean that they're all giant beings, you know. Yeah, healer, something like that. Yeah, I remember that, yeah. In mythology, Helios is a titan who gave his job to ride the sun chariot to Apollo, who was god of music and poetry. Yeah, maybe she used a bow. I'm sure a bow will be part of it. The bow is the weapon that she gave to her son. So I can see her having a bow. If we can get like a bow of Apollo type of weapon, just super fast. Again, I'm excited, bro. I'm hoping that this game is I'm hoping this game is different enough from the Norse Saga, where it has its own identity. But some people have said that this might be the game that Santa Monica goes fully open world. Oh, hey. It's an old dragon. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I forgot this whole section. Let me see. This is the one where you have to dodge the dragon's fire breath, right? I think so, right? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about right here. Like, even in the crater, you get a lot more diversity in the game of what you're doing. For the most part, in the main story, you're just fighting enemies like in an enclosed arena. You're not really doing much else different. But here, you're fighting enemies while also surviving the attack from the dragon. It makes for an interesting, like, level design to some extent, like refreshing at least, you know. It's different because it's not just you attacking enemies. You also have to be mindful of the dragon. But they can only be creative in a part that's not part of the main story. They have to be creative on the side content, and it happens later on with that puzzle. The most creative puzzle in the Norse Saga happens in the crater as well, where you have to lure one of those dog creatures to get a giant creature on it or something. It's like, that's so creative. All of the puzzles in the main game are so boring for the most part, but here's like, you gotta lure him. Like, it's like Santa Monica suddenly trusts the player a little bit more on the side content, because okay, all right, they played through the whole story, they're good. We can get creative on the side stuff, you know. Yeah, any weapon other than a bow. Yeah. I hope it will be a heavy myth game. The Norse myth is my favorite myth, and I hope to see Asgard at its best in all of the realms. I'm hoping to, you know. I've been saying the whole time, the crater is by far the best area in God of War. I'm gonna say best area in God of War Ragnarok, by far. I think the crater is the only thing that I would consider changing my ranking of Ragnarok. Yeah, look at that. You have to, like, lower the gates. Look at that. Like, this is so different. Like, you're doing something unique here. But it happens But sadly, it happens on the side content. It doesn't really happen in the main story. Okay, it wasn't that intense. I thought it was gonna be more intense, but still, it has some depth to it. Okay, it was fun. You can do this in the main story. I don't know why they did not. Maybe because the mainstream people are dumb. Yeah, no, I'm not. That's kind of harsh for me to say. The mainstream people are dumb, but no, they want to make sure that they have a smooth experience with no friction, you know. But part of the fun in a game is the friction, you know. Dying is kind of an essential part in games. You need the player to fail, but they don't want that because I think they're trying to attract. Look, I can tell you, I can almost guarantee that this is exactly what they're doing. Okay, this push for more story-focused games on PlayStation was a very smart decision. In terms of business-wise, it was really smart. Because what they did was they were able to get people who traditionally don't play games. And I know this worked. I know this worked because when I was playing games as a teenager in the living room of my parents' place, I would play a multitude of games. I would play God of War, I would play Call of Duty, a lot of these games. And I would also play Uncharted, okay? The only games that I played that gather attention from my non-gamer family members was Uncharted. Why? Because a lot of times they would just come in and see a cutscene, and they were like, "Oh, this is like a movie," and you can just passively enjoy these games, you know. And they're smart. Like they applied that concept that they started with Uncharted, and they kind of exported it to all of their other franchises. God of War became Uncharted-esque, you know? No longer was the climbing arcadey. You didn't have to really worry about the rocks falling and you had to dodge, or, you know, I don't know. Like in God of War 2, when you get the wings of Icarus and you get like those steam things and you have to go into the spiral that has spikes and you have to like be careful not to touch the spike. They got rid of that. Like now climbing is just one button. You do it automatically. Because again, they for those people to enjoy their experience, they can't have mechanics that are too deep. They get frustrated and they don't want to finish it, you know? That's the problem right there. It's the problem, but it's also what made them really successful. They wanted to get that wider audience that doesn't really play games that much, you know? Anyway, I don't want to be better. I want to be worse. Can you check my previous comment? I want to hear your thoughts. Looking back in concerns with camera direction for the remakes, how will they do the illusion puzzle in Hera's Garden for God of War 3? Any thoughts? Yeah, that's an interesting question, because Hera's Garden is it's one of those sections that I think would only work with a fixed camera angle. That is such a cool puzzle, man. That Hera's Garden is I don't really like puzzles that much, but that's easily one of my favorite ones. I love Hera's Garden, man, because of that. It's such a cool take on the fixed camera perspective, man. And you're right. I really don't know how they're going to do it without a fixed camera angle. If they're going to get rid of the fixed camera angle, a lot of things are going to change. A lot of things. So I don't know how they'll do it. If you have any ideas, I'm all ears, but I think with the remakes, Santa Monica is going to struggle in appeasing the old fans of the series and also pleasing the newer fans. But the thing is, I'm not blind. I know that there's more fans of the Norse Saga, and I think a lot of ideas that started in the Norse Saga are gonna be implemented in those games, you know. And I'm hopeful that they can balance them out in a way that most of us will enjoy the game, you know. But what I'm saying is, I'm being cautious about my excitement of the remakes. I'm not trying to be too hyped about it, you know, because I think they're gonna change some things, you know. Some changes could work out well. All I'm saying is, don't throw out your emu. Never. Also, the theory of fate using Ingrid. What if it's just a normal sword that Faye imbued with the soul of a giant to save her life? Ingrid? Freyr's sword? Where do you? I've never heard that theory before. Does anyone check? Does anyone say anything about that in the in Ragnarok or something? My problem with the climbing is that in Uncharted, it's actually exciting because everything breaks all the time. Yeah. Because Naughty Dog was brilliant, bro. Naughty Dog knows how to. I was a huge fan of Uncharted, because when I wasn't really thinking about games that much, to me it was like, this is just a cool experience, right? But yeah, they know how to dress it up. You know, they know that the moment you jump, it's when the thing breaks. You know, sometimes it does kind of start to crumble, but the game is very generous. The game is very generous with its breakable like climbing handles. You know. Like, I don't think you're never really in danger. There's only one time that I was kind of sweating, and that was the fortress in Uncharted 1, when you were climbing the fortress and the camera really zooms out. There were a couple times that I kind of fell there, and I think it has most to do with the jank and not really like the game itself. But in Uncharted 2, they kind of ironed all of those things out, and it plays really smoothly, you know. You don't need to appeal to the Norse fans. The Greek games are exactly the way they should be. The difference is the point, in my opinion. I think I disagree. I think Santa Monica wants to give more context to some of the events of the Greek games. There are things that I think would are in your favor when you say that, because they came out and say that there's gonna be 3 games, like they're remaking 3 games entirely, all of them, right? And like, that's quite the ambitious project. And some people have pointed out that this can only be done if they're just like remaking the exact same game, you know? And that's a good point. But Sons of Sparta has really, I guess, opened my eyes as to what Santa Monica wants to do with the IP. Did I get that right? Yeah, there we go. Because look, in a Metroidvania game, Metroidvania games are inherently isolated experiences where there's not much talking, you know, you're just kind of reading journals and like things and putting the story together yourself. You see some NPC characters, but they don't really, it's not very exposition heavy, you know. You get some times where you get some little bits of lore. But guys, for the love of God, play Silksong or Hollow Knight. You'll know what I mean. Like, you get drawn into that world without knowing much about it, you know. But then you play Sons of Sparta, and it's still, the story feels very much like a traditional PlayStation story. And I'm like, oh, okay. They're just doing the same thing in Metroidvania format. And I'm like, I feel like if they're going to remake God of War, the Greek games, they're going to add some things to bring those games into the fold of the Greek games, you know. I just think that it's not going to be fully bleak. The only thing I fucking wish they keep is the dialogue. Do not change the dialogue. Keep that same style of dialogue, please, for the love of God, you know. But I think there's going to be some changes that are going to anger Greek fans, but also some changes that Greek fans are going to appreciate. Okay, I think there's going to be a couple of cut sections that never made it into the original games that are going to be there, you know. I don't think the camera is going to look exactly like this. I think the camera is going to be pulled out greatly. And again, my theory about that is kind of coming through already. If we're to believe the rumors, because the rumor about the Faye game is that it's going to be more action focused. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what I'm talking about. That there was going to be another game after Ragnarok that was going to be different from Ragnarok, and it was going to be more traditionally a God of War game, right? I think the Faye game is going to have a more pulled out camera. There's probably going to be a jump button, you know, all of these things, aerial combats, and they're probably going to import that gameplay style to the Greek games. But it's not going to be like the old school. I don't think they're going to remake the camera again. Maybe, I guess, with Sons of Sparta, they wanted to introduce the fans to a new genre and make it more comfortable with the Norse elements. Greek games are way too iconic to mess with. They can't anger fans at all. Yeah, I have a bit of a bleak outlook on that, and I think that the Greek fans are kind of the minority. And I don't want to say it this way, but if they were to, if Santa Monica was forced to anger a group of the fandom, I think they would lean towards angering the Greek fans more. You know, I'm not saying that they don't care about us. Okay, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that most of the money is made with the Norse fans. You know, and I think they want to please them before anyone else. So yeah, I think it might be kind of like a negative view on the remix, but again, I'm still excited for them. I'm still excited for them. I'm trying to lower my expectations now. Like after Sons of Sparta, I'm like, okay, I understand what Santa Monica is, what their direction is right now, or at least what I think it is. But yeah, and when it comes to Sons of Sparta, yeah, they did introduce. There were a lot of people who liked it. There were a lot of people who liked Sons of Sparta, and I'm guessing those are people who had never played a Metroidvania game before, because the elements that you have there are still pretty good. Like you still get a pretty decent Metroidvania game, you know. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either, you know. And hopefully those people that were introduced to the Metroidvania genre can go out and explore other Metroidvania games like Silksong, like Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. We need those fans to grow and then come back to Sons of Sparta and be like, man, this could have been a lot better. And hopefully we get another one that's better, you know. Resident Evil games with the first POV camera suck ass. The Resident Evil games, like with the fixed camera angle, I don't know about that. Yeah. I guess I just want them to preserve the legacy, LOL. They talk about the old games with a lot of reverence in the retrospective, so I'm hopeful. Yeah, I'm hopeful too. But even me, it's weird because I'm a huge Greek fanboy, you know that. But even me, I'm okay with them changing some things around. As long as it's not too drastic, like I'm okay with them changing some slight things. There are some camera angles sometimes that just are kind of annoying. You know, some things are probably going to change, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong and it's going to be exactly the same games and they're just going to be remade graphically, you know. And that's going to be fine, you know. Hey, Kuba, for shits and giggles, look at Mighty Keeps Kit on the God of War remix. It's pretty funny. I already saw it. There's a part that I can't quote because I will get canceled, but, excuse me, I laughed my ass off when he said it. I don't want introspective Kratos. I want a beta Kratos. Like, I can't say it, but it's such a funny line. Like, I'm like, I get that, you know? Kratos is canonically fatherless. He is, yeah. That's where all the problems started. Unk God of War fans cooked. Probably. Santa needs to come back to making smaller games. I get that Sony needs to spend a lot of money on their huge titles, so they have to be safe with it. Yeah, I think that's why I think the MCU approach is not a bad idea, inherently speaking. You know, I think that it's possible that they can do some really cool stuff. For example, how about you make a third game that's more like the original games? Santa Monica is sitting on a gold mine right now, and I don't think they realize that. We're living through a time in gaming right now where hack and slashers are officially making a comeback. Like, it's not just you still have DMC, but you have a game like Onimusha 3, which is not a Souls-like. I'm like, that's such a breath of fresh air, bro. It's not a Souls-like. You have Onimusha 3. You have Tides of Annihilation. Ninja Gaiden just released a game. There's so many hack and slashers coming back. And Santa Monica were one of the kings, man. They were one of the rulers of that era, okay? They probably sold more than DMC. I'm pretty sure they sold more than DMC, okay? And that's because they had this cool style of game that no one else was able to recreate. Dante's Inferno and the Wolverine Origins got close, but Santa Monica was still the king. They understood how to make those God of War games with that nice fixed camera angle. If they're doing an MCU game, why not make one of their MCU titles in that format? Give it to the Greek fans as a thank you. Like, here you go. You guys like this game, and try it out. You know, I don't know. They're sitting on gold, man, and I don't think they know that. I don't think they understand that. I ain't playing as Mustard Girl, bro. Well, hopefully she'll be older, okay? Hopefully she's going to be older and not nearly as annoying. But think about it, like why would they introduce Trude and like her getting the hammer if they're not gonna do anything with her, or at least plan to do anything with her? Crackjaw. Oh wait, he's got like... Oh, nice. Damn it. In the belly, let's go. Hit the belly. Not the feet. Why is he stuck? Damn. Such a cool mini boss. It is, yeah. Yeah, I said this before, but yeah, like the crater section is honestly like the coolest thing Ragnarok did. It's the one thing that was like, okay, this is... It's impressive that they were able to get this thing in the game. Like this polished. It's not an entire section, bro. Come on, I'm definitely hitting it. I should maybe go for the head. Are you serious? God damn it, bro. God damn it. I hate how this enemy doesn't have a finisher. I was gonna ask that. Does this enemy have a finisher? I mean, look, at this point, I don't know if we're asking too much. I would have loved the finisher as well. But it's like, bro, it's the fact that this thing is in the game and it's completely optional. That's impressive, man. Are you serious? Come on. Okay, we're gonna go for the head this time. Get your pimples. Get your pimples out. Come on. Wow. I think Requiem Leon deserves a full game. I saw Mayo's review on it, and apparently he didn't like the Leon sections. And I'm like, well, I don't know about that, bro. The Leon sections actually look the most fun. But then again, I don't really like survival horror that much. I'm hitting it, come on. What? God damn it. Sorry guys, I'll look at the chat in just a sec. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it would have been really nice to have a nice animation kill for this guy. There we go. Kuba plays like a bot, LMAO. Do I really? I don't think I play that bad. Then again, I'm not really like... The Norse games are not really my main thing, you know? I'm not Cesties levels on the Greek games, but I definitely enjoy them a lot more. Yes, says Flasher. Bro was like, alright, I'm supposed to fall down? Who? To me, Requiem felt like a Naughty Dog game and not in a good way, sadly. How so? Still liked it, but not a masterpiece. Yeah. Man, the Norse games became 10 times better without everyone yapping in your ear all the time. I think it's because that's another thing that AAA gaming has kind of forgot about games. They've sacrificed it, if you will, and that is the role of the player, that the player plays into the experience. You know, a lot of the times in games you're supposed to kind of put yourselves in the protagonist's shoes, and you kind of get to see the character's personality in the cutscenes and, you know, more scripted moments. But for the most part, like, games used to be quiet for most of the time. You know, you didn't really get to hear the character's thoughts constantly, because you were kind of supposed to be him. You were supposed to be that character. And yeah, I've come to really miss that. I'm playing DMC right now, and it's just so nice. It's so refreshing that, I don't know, those games still have a story, but it kind of goes like gameplay sections, story sections. They're divided. During the gameplay sections, like, all you hear is like, woohoo, wow, like, that's all you hear, you know? But it's not done this, you know, introspectiveness about, you know, I might have to defeat my brother. Like, and you don't really get to hear any of that, you know? But a lot of people do like that because they prefer the more movie approach, I guess, you know? Can we all say fuck companion AIs? I hate them, bro. I'm so tired. I think Mighty Keith like has a... He mentions that... he mentions that in the God of War remix skit. Where, should I play it? I don't know if I can play it. I don't really know what the politics around the N-word are, because I know he says it, but he can say it, you know? According to the rules of society, he can say it. And I think I can laugh about him saying it. I just can't say it, right? Those are the rules, right? I can still play the video, right? I sound like such an uncle. What are the rules with the N-word, guys? But there is a moment where he's like, what's wrong about remaking them in the style of the new ones? And he's like, oh, you're just gonna have like credits with that companion. He's like, hey, you leave my father and son go on an emotional adventure genre alone, or something like that, right? Say it. I'm not gonna say it. You crazy? Could I interest you in Resident Evil 8 if I told you I can get a lightsaber? If you can get a lightsaber in it? Resident Evil 8? Is that Village? I played Village already. That's the guy with the really fat guy, the merchant. And Lady Dimitrescu. Lady Dimitrescu was the highlight, you know? Don't say it. It's the only rule I know. That's the only one that matters. That's the only rule that matters, you know? Do you think they have something planned with Modi, or he's dead for sure? The dream Atreus has before he goes to Ironwood seems sus. Yeah, I also thought it was kind of weird. And Modi himself is just kind of weird, because it was... The way he was killed in 2018 made it seem like he had another role to play in the sequels. Like, it just made it seem like he was going to come back in some way. And then there's that mural of him fighting in Ragnarok as well that I thought was very suspicious. is it so dark? See how I can get that thing. Hold on. Oh fuck! He dead? What? That was quick. Impressive. I need to replay Village LOL. I missed the feel of that game. Yeah, I know that's one of Mayo's most hated game, but it's weird. I kind of like my experience with it. I know traditionally and mechanically speaking, it's not very demanding as of a Resident Evil title, but I just kind of like the flow of it. Like it's more scripted and it feels more like an adventure, and I really like the setting. I love that European setting. It's just cool, and the vampires and the werewolves. I dig that a lot. That's really cool. What did I do just now? I did something. How do you get rid of this thing again? I forgot. Ow, ow, ouchie. Hold on. Alright, okay. I'm currently working on the platinum from Resident Evil Village. I'm not looking forward to S ranking every mercenary stage. Oh, okay. I don't even know what the mercenary stage is. I don't really know much about Resident Evil. I'm just kind of like I look into it as an outsider, you know, but not really as a long-time fan or anything like that, you know. Not only you can get a lightsaber, you can make it any color you want and go from single to dual blades like Darth Maul's. Ooh, Resident Evil 8? How? How? I don't know. Also, to remove the giants from Ragnarok and have them leave the Nine Realms seems very intentional, but in a way that I cannot connect the dots as to what they're planning. That's probably going to be the Atreus game. That seems to be like his goal, you know. I'm a huge Souls fan, so I'll also play Souls games. Yeah, I think you wanted me to play Elden Ring, right? Yeah. All right, let me figure this out. Because there's usually like a bulbous part of the plant. It's gotta be up there. Ah, I see. I see. There's the bulbous. Bulbasaur. Die. Alright. Okay, let me go and get the chest. Oh, is this where the... The well. Oh, I love the well. Freaking love the well. Let's see. Let me get the chest first. There was one down here. No, no. Oh, God damn it. How do you get down here? Game. Good. Would you ever 100% every God of War game? I feel like that would be an entertaining stream. I mean, I don't want to say no. I just don't care about like getting absolutely everything. Like it's not something that I'm motivated as a gamer. Like one of the things I hate the most about the Norse games is having you don't have to. You don't have to. I appreciate that. But it's the goal of getting all of the ravens. I'm like, fuck that shit. I don't want to do that. Like it's just one of the most boring aspects. You're just going around like shooting at the ravens. It's not fun at all. I'm not a completionist is what I'm saying. Like I do only the fun things. And as someone who covers the lore, I try to do like all of the lore stuff, obviously. You know, that's the most important thing for me. But I don't really care about getting all the armors. I don't really care about getting all the ravens. Like that kind of stuff. The green games are probably way more doable because they're linear games, right? But the Norse games, I really don't see myself completing them 100%. It's not something I care about. Let's see. Anyway. I want you to listen to the first Hunter OST from Bloodborne and some Dark Souls 3 OST. The first Hunter? Gascoigne? Gascoigne? Is that him? Beast all over the shop. You'll turn just like them or something like that. I love Bloodborne. Bloodborne is the shit, man. And it's a shame that we're probably not going to get a remake. Although I was thinking about Bloodborne recently, and I'm somewhat hopeful. Because it seems like the reason why PlayStation doesn't want to remake Bloodborne is because they want to stay on good terms with FromSoft. Because apparently Miyazaki is just not interested in remaking Bloodborne. Like, he didn't want point touching it. Because apparently, like, there's some rumor that he didn't like what they did with Demon Souls, right? So he's like, nah, you're not touching my baby. You're not touching my Bloodborne-sized baby. But I'm guessing what PlayStation is trying to do, of course they want the remake, but I think what PlayStation wants the most is a sequel, bro. They want a sequel, and they want Miyazaki to develop it. They want him to direct it. Bro, if one of these days there's a state of play and they come out there saying Bloodborne 2 is happening, oh bro, that is almost GTA 6 levels of hype right there, you know? Oh, Gurman. Oh, the first hunter. Yeah, Gurman, the guy on the wheelchair, right? Yeah. Yeah, the Ravens in Ragnarok are much easier to find and get before the Ragnarok battle. True. That's if you do all the side quests and you can kind of look around, but again, I don't really care about that. I don't really get any satisfactory from just... Ugh. That's not fun. I'm sorry, that's just not fun for me, and I'm not motivated to do it. I just want you to listen to the OST. Well, we're not doing that, Flasher. I'm sorry. Whenever we go and like listen to OST, we kind of get derailed, so we're probably not gonna do that. Ooh, this thing. Yeah. This was the only time that I kind of had fun surrounding the topic of armors. Look at it. This is such a beautiful area. Like, this is one of the few truly beautiful areas in this game. Look at this pawn. This screams mythology to me right now. I love it. I love it, man. Have you ever considered playing Undertale? I played Undertale 1. I love the music in Undertale. And the story is really wacky too. But the whole game is just wacky, if I'm being honest with you. But I'm probably not gonna do it on the stream if that's what you're asking. Okay, all right. So do we throw them in, right? Forgot how it goes. There you go. Let me see what this. Ew! He looks like a Power Ranger. What did I get? How many things did I just get? RPG mechanics in the Norse games are there for different builds and replayability, but the devs forgot about Ironwood. Yeah. That's one of the things. I feel like maybe the second... There definitely should have been a Norse trilogy, and the second game could have been Atreus focus, fully, you know? You're gonna get tricked like in Metal Gear, where you play as Kratos a little bit, and then he gets killed or captured, and then you have to play as Atreus the rest of the game. That would be sick. Alright, let's see. The armor has better stats, Kuba. Put it on, but he looks so ugly. Does it really have better stats? RNC, runic attack, right? I hate these armors, man. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. That's something else. I hope if the Fae game is going to be open world and the RPG mechanics are going to come back, which I'm sure they will. Something I'm sure they will. If they are going to do that, man, they really need to like put a lot of like time and effort into the armors and make them look at least good, man. Cause these ain't it, man. These are not it. Kuba supports fashion over stats, confirmed. Kinda, a little bit, yeah. Anyway, I just don't think Bloodborne is happening. Also, you're getting Dust Bloods on Switch 2, Kuba. I don't have a Switch 2. I have a Switch 1, and again, consoles are just getting way too expensive. If I consider getting a console, it's probably going to be the Steam Deck. Like that's the one that I'm looking to the most because, bro, just on for the fact that I can play a buttload of demos on Steam that I can't really on PlayStation or Nintendo. I love playing demos. I don't really have time to play a lot of games these days, but demos I can play. Like I have fun just having like little bite-sized experiences, and if I really like it, I go ahead and get the game. But I feel like the Steam Deck is awesome. If it was a little bit cheaper, you know, I would probably get that. Anyway. Are you expecting anything from the Lies of P sequel? I mean, I am. I know they're working on it. I just don't know when they'll be announcing it. And that's another game that's kind of mysterious right now. Because it ends with them teasing Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz. But I don't know if she'll be the protagonist or she'll be like a villain of some kind. Because I kind of like Pinocchio, you know, I like playing as him. So I don't know if we'll I don't know if Dorothy's gonna be the playable one is what I'm saying. I gotta get back to Lies of P and the lore. Like I know there's more things that I need to talk about that game, but due to all the God of War stuff, I kinda got sidetracked, you know. Okay, what is that marker I have on right now? What is that thing that I'm following? I have to go back there. Let me go back there. Oh, it's another one. Hello there. Ah. Bonk. Oh, the music, man. Oh, 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 oh. Da, 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 da. Got him. Jorgen the Oath Guard. Sounds like Witcher music. I mean, it's a fantasy game. It's gonna have some similarity, you know. Come on. Okay. Wait, what's this? Yeah, still level 7, don't worry. Well, given Dust Plus exclusive to Nintendo, a console aimed for kids but played mostly by grown adults is crazy fucking work. I mean, look, they paid for it. Nintendo has enough money to pay for their own From Software experience, you know. That's fine. It's not gonna get me to play it, you know. And it's the fact that it looks like Bloodborne that has so many people pissed. But I'm not excited for that game just because it's a co-op game. I just don't play multiplayer games at all, man. I don't like them. I don't like playing co-op games or multiplayer games that much. I know it's like something that a lot of people exclusively play, but I could give 3 shits about multiplayer, man. I honestly used to like the PlayStation 3 approach to multiplayer games, where you could still have a single-player experience and a small multiplayer experience that you could play for a little bit to extend the life of the game, like The Last of Us Factions, or even Uncharted. Hell, even God of War Ascension was decent, you know. It's not the best, but it was decent. I don't mind that. But this whole push that PlayStation has for like live service games, that's another thing that needs to like stay in the past now. Like Marathon right now is not doing very good. Like hopefully, I hate to say it, but I kind of hope it fails. Because maybe PlayStation will get the message that if Bungie couldn't get it to work, no one else will, and maybe they'll stop doing that. Apparently they have Horizon Zero Gatherers like releasing next to GTA 6. I'm like, why are you doing this, PlayStation? Why? Why are you sending this game out to die like that? You know? Hey, Morso. Oh, Morse is here. I don't see him. I don't see Morse. I'm guessing you're talking about Morso, right? Oh, yeah, he is. He's right there. Forgot about the stream. He was busy. He was busy discovering secrets in God of War Ragnarok, I'm guessing, you know. If I ever do get a studio, you won't catch me touching Nintendo with a 10-foot pole. Well, I mean, yeah, Nintendo's not very good for third-party games, you know. Yeah, Marathon looks nothing special based on all the previews. Another generic extraction shooter. Yeah, it's just... Even if it was like a really good extraction shooter, I probably would not have been motivated to play it, but... Alright, how do I get the water flowing again? I kind of forgot that part. There's something here as well. Let me see what that is. What time is it? Oh, it's 3, okay. This is what I noticed that the first 2 things we hear in 2018 is a raven and an owl. Ravens and owl sounds can be heard everywhere in the forest. Raven is an Odin, owl is Athena's animal. Yeah, I don't know if that's anything, to be honest with you. That's you gotta be careful too, Morse. You can't, because then you start to get into the schizo, you know, mindset of like everything is connected. It's like, okay, they do live in a forest, you know. I don't know if that's related to anything. Okay, so we're gonna need the water for that. That makes sense. We're gonna go ahead and replace that. Remove. It's somewhere here. Let me see if I can get there again. Yeah, let's go up there. I finished with Bulletstorm, whatever wins. My newest poll is gonna be sweet as fuck. Cool, man. Yeah. Since the first cutscene, the Ravens. Yeah. But I mean, they hadn't broken the stave at that point, right? Okay, maybe we need to turn it to daytime. Maybe that'll change. No, hold on, maybe that's the trick to it. I forgot that there was a whole mechanic in this section of the game. Maybe you gotta turn to daytime. Because I think there was something blocking my path when I went to release the water. Okay. Let's see. I'm hoping that's the case. Hold on. How would you feel if From Software announced Sekiro 2 out of nowhere? I just don't know if they will, though. I mean, I would be down. I love Sekiro is probably like mechanically speaking, it's the most fun game I had with a From Software game. So I would be down for that. But I just don't know if they have enough to make a sequel about it. I don't know anything about the Sekiro lore to know if like they can do some stuff with it, you know? Maybe you guys can enlighten me with it, but I think with Bloodborne, I think they have better chances of making a sequel, given how popular it is. Have I been here? Yes, this is where I came from. Okay, all right. Let me get situated here. Ah, that glare, I can't see. All right, so I think we went here. This is where the people were, right? No, we couldn't open this section. So we could either go... No, we gotta go this way. I'm thinking, like, how do you get to the water part? Thanks. No way to cross, she says. on. Just because they're going to make it without him? What are you talking about? Cap, is Constantinos the same man that appears in Ascension? You know, Mimir, I thought it was, and I checked the voice actor, and it's not the same, but to me it sounded the same for a while. I think you're talking about the king, right? You talking about the king? Wait, if you're talking about the illusion guy, then yes? What? The king of Sparta? Wait. Wait, no, because then you said, if you mean the Spartan king, you mean the Spartan king, question mark? If you're talking about the illusion guy, then yes. What illusion guy? What illusion guy in in Ascension? What am I forgetting? Okay, we went through there. How the hell do you get the water flowing again? Caster? No, it's not Caster. No way, man. Could the remakes keep the costumes? Oh, thank you for the super chat. Could the remakes keep the costumes, or do you think? Oh, the ones you get after you complete the game, or do you think they'll be gone? If not, do you think we get a new costumes like Norse Kratos, Fallen God of War, Fallen God Kratos? In the Greek games, I would be down for that. I think it all depends on what type of game they're going to remake. If Chronicler is right, and they're going to keep the game exactly as they are, like in the Greek saga, they're probably going to do the same costumes and even more, like you said. But if they're going more with like this style of game that has a system with actual armor and all that, those things are probably not gonna be in it. They might still be in it, but they won't be as exciting to play, you know? Kuba, go to the jungle to get the water flowing. Go to the jungle. What jungle? What are we talking about? There goes the hope of ever getting Bloodborne 2 unless Sony forces FromSoft to work on it. They don't really have the leverage to force FromSoft to work on it. FromSoft is way too big. Look at them. They just went ahead and did a deal with Nintendo and made their own exclusive game, you know? Like, Sony is the one. Look at the thing that happened with the remake, bro. They had to ask permission to FromSoft to see if they could do it. And when FromSoft said no, they're like, okay, FromSoft, I'm sorry, please make Bloodborne for me, you know? Like, they had to bow the knee to it. The illusion guy in Ascension is a Spartan king. He's not Constantinos, though. The illusion guy, yeah, the illusion guy in Ascension is the Spartan king. Yeah, that's okay. I thought you said that Constantinos was the Spartan king. Like, wait, what? I must have missed something huge because I did not see that anywhere. Okay. All right, so someone said to go to the jungle. Go to the jungle. All right, we're going. The closest thing there's to a jungle is this section here, right? Let me know if I'm correct about this. Yeah, this is the closest thing to a jungle, I'm pretty sure. Am I in the right location, guys? To open the water gates? Been down here? I think it's where we fought the guy, right? How I finished Dark Souls 1? Nah. I was getting into it. But I kind of got soft locked. I accidentally went into the catacombs without like a source of light. And I just said, screw this game. Simple as that. I looked it up and there's other ways to do it, but you have to maneuver like through that darkness and fighting giant ass skeleton enemies. And like, this is way too difficult. This is annoyingly difficult at this point. And I just didn't bother with it. There's a whole area called the jungle. Yeah, I get the plains, the crater, the sinkholes. I haven't unlocked the jungles yet. And I'm not sure how to do it. Yeah, from the plains, after your second visit to Vanaheim, head to the western side, find the narrow cave tunnel marked by 2 dragon statues and navigate to reach the areas. What? Let me see. From the plains. Somewhere here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to go there. And then we'll read the instructions. Yeah, Constantinos was weirdly chill for an Agogi leader, but yeah, it softened for Calliope or some shit. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing where I guess it was kind of disappointing as well. Where, bro, when you look at the like the Agogi, I'm gonna call it Agogi. I know it's not pronounced Agoge like they did in the game. It's Agogi, I'm pretty sure. I'm not a grammar police when it comes to like these ancient languages, but come on, man, it's not a Goge. That's such an American way of saying it. It's Agogi. Anyway, when you see the Agogi in God of War 1's cutscene, it's a brutal place, man. And like you said, Constantinos is such a chill guy. And yeah, Kratos, you know, TC Carson Kratos says that, yeah, the reason like it sounds so chill is because he's kind of softening it for Calliope. And that's kind of cool. But come on, man. Why would you get rid of blood in the God of War series, you know? Let me see. So get to the plains. I gotta get to the plains. Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry, I was doing something. Kuba, next week is Valhalla DLC. We might jump into it. Yeah. All right. So what was the instructions again? After your second visit to Vanaheim, head to the western side. Find the narrow cave tunnel marked by 2 dragon statues and navigate through. I suck at reading instructions, man. So you said reach the plains. I got it. I'm at the plains, right? And then the western side, so somewhere here. Should I turn it to night or something? That's not it. Have you played any other Dark Souls game besides Dark Souls 1? Yeah, I played, I finished Dark Souls 3, believe it or not. And that's it. I didn't play Dark Souls 2 at all. I haven't touched that game at all. I heard it's really bad. I'm okay with trying it. Maybe there. A cave. Okay, I haven't gone there, maybe? Hopefully here? Touch me aggressively. No. Never. Ah! Saw it too late. I really don't know how to get to it. Like I'm reading the instructions, the western side. Can you give me like a landmark or something? Can you give me a landmark? Because I'm not sure what you mean. Like I mean the western side. Like I'm here. If the center is here, the western side should be somewhere here, right? But maybe I'm missing it. I think that's it. Maybe like is it here somewhere? I don't see the dragon statues that he said. The Agoge. The Agoge, man. Alright. Yeah, I really don't know how to get to it. Okay. I also like how FromSoft milked the shit out of Elden Ring with Night Rain, a game that came out in 2022. Yeah, I didn't really get the hype about Night Rain as well. I wanted to get into Elden Ring lore, but then Night Ring came out. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna be playing a live service game to like get the lore of a game. That's not happening. Maybe I have to turn it back to night. Let me see. Oh, it's gotta be nighttime. Okay, okay, alright. Okay, it's gotta be nighttime, and is it at the same place where I was just now? Or is it somewhere else? To the Agoj! Okay. So you said western side. I like how the enemy changes depending on the time of day. That's cool. It's not here. This is where the chest was. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Damn it. Yeah, when the sun goes down, you go down. And you go down, down, down. I don't think it's gonna be anything. I don't think there's anything here. Like, why would the door open suddenly at night? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, okay. This is not the place. This is not the place. Are you able to understand the Spanish dialogue in Resident Evil 4? Un forastero! Yeah, I can understand it, yeah. It's just a slightly different accent, but I can understand it. Alright, I'm getting frustrated with this stupid level design. Where is it, bro? Ahí está! Yeah. I'm kind of waiting. I want to get to the floodgates, bro. I want to get to the floodgates, but I don't know how to get to it. Detrás de ti, imbécil. Yeah, I understand all that, bro. Funny how the Giants put Skull and Hati in Vanaheim and create the altars to call them. Yeah, like yeah, Faye might explain. Faye is likely to have done it. Yeah, I forgot how it goes. Wasn't like two male figures that we see in the murals who are taking Skull and Hati from Jotunheim? That's the thing, because there was one that I thought was a woman because she had like a dress, but she also had like a beard, and I don't think Faye canonically has a beard, you know. We've reached an impasse, guys. I don't know how to open the water gates or whatever. I don't. Someone said. Let me look at the instructions again. I missed the comments. I missed it. Nah, I don't know where it is. Well, I think my journey with Ragnarok has come to an end. I don't know what area I'm not exploring. So, I don't know what to do. Let me just do another round real quick. Let me just go around real quick. Maybe it'll become clear as I explore more. Like that. Have I been there? I think I've been there. You know, if this map was slightly better designed, like maybe this would be another story. Let's start the DLC Kuba. Well, we might save that for next week, though. We might save that for next week. What excites me about the Fae game is the potential new Aesir gods returning in Aesir gods. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, I would love to see, you know, the Thor we were kind of promised in 2018, but we didn't get in God of War Ragnarok. I would love to see that. Like him constantly being, because Thor's all about, like, killing giants, bro. Like, this would be the game where you play as a giant. It could be so good, man. It could be such a good game. I hate this semi-open world crap, bro. I hate it so much. Just make a fucking open world game already. Like, I don't know, man. It's just, it's so frustrating that they want to have their cake and eat it too. Like, the level itself looks very linear, but there's so much, like, exploration that's just kind of hidden in little things that just don't look like you can explore. I hate this, man. I love the creator, but come on, just go ahead and make an open world game already and have a better map. This fucking thing, man. Have you ever seen Kratos versus Radon yet? No, I haven't. I have not seen that video yet. Do you guys want me to watch it? You guys want me to watch that video? Kratos versus Radon. I don't know anything about Radon though. I don't know what his importance is in the lore of Elden Ring. You know, Kuba losing it. I lose it, bro, because it's this stupid, like, game design. It's like, yeah, we're gonna do a semi-open world game, and the map is gonna be really confusing, and we're gonna make it really hard to know where you have to go. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me, bro. Assuming the wolves that Dracaros really were Skull and Hati, that narrows the time window to 120 to 133 to 120 to 115. You know what? I'm done with this game. I'm done. I kinda got frustrated. I'm done. You know, given a time window of 5 years where giants could have freed them. You said what? What years? 120 to 133? Let me see again your comments. 120 to 133. Hmm. 133 because it's when they're creating the Leviathan axe, I'm guessing. To 120 to 1. Why 120 though? Yeah, peace between the realms starts to break down as Odin gets crazier about finding Jotunheim to learn the giants' Ragnarok prophecies. He sends Thor with Mjolnir to interrogate and kill any giants who remain in Midgard. Freya can't take it anymore. She tries to return to Vanaheim, but Odin casts a powerful spell that traps her in Midgard. Worse, the spell also steals her warrior spirit. Now Freya can't fight any living thing, not even to defend herself. Baldur hates his mom so much that he stays in Asgard with his manipulative dad. Odin tries also to control Freya's Valkyries with a spell that transformed them from spirits into physical creatures. It corrupted them, making them super powerful monsters with an overwhelming lust to kill everyone they meet. And then the corrupted Valkyries kill wildly across the 9 realms. Sigrun, who steps up as the new Valkyrie queen after Freya exile, feels herself slipping into their madness too. Before losing her wits, Sigrun manages to lock the monstrous husks of the Valkyrie sisters into dungeons, scattered them across realms. So you said, what was it you think you said? You said 120? Yeah, 120 to 133. Why 33? Because they make the axe. They make the axe on 134 though, and then 120 to 115. It's 115. Ah, when Kratos arrives in the Norse lands, right? I see. Yeah. All right. Sorry, I couldn't help. The map is so confusing, bro. It's not your fault, man. It's not your fault. It's just, I don't know. I meant 113. What's 113? Hello, Charlotte. You want to learn about God of War lore? 113. Oh yeah, the long winter. Yeah, the long winter eventually ends to everyone's relief, but Odin's paranoia gets much worse after this close call. He directs the Aesir to resume their brutal campaign to conquer the realms. As Thor and Mjolnir continue their unstoppable rampage, the giants finally decide to make a full retreat to Ragnarok. Yeah, look, it's gonna be interesting if the Leviathan axe is going to be like important in the story, like it's going to be a weapon. It definitely has, the story has to take place from Yeah, no later than 133 years. Sorry, 134 years before the events of God of War 2018. Which is sad because a lot of interesting stuff happens before that. You know, like again, let's see. Yeah, when Thor's bloody campaign against the giants and Vanir gods starts with a hammer, you know, we're going to miss the Asgard and Vanir war. We're going to see the birth of Baldur as well. We're going to miss like the Ragnarok battle that I think they could do, where it says Odin is jealous of all the love Tyr is getting in the realms. Plus, he suspects correctly that Tyr helped the giants hide the Jotunheim realm tower. Odin sends a bunch of monsters and Aesir gods to attack Tyr's temple in the Lake of Nine. Tyr disappears without a trace. Like, we're gonna miss a lot of things if they're married to the idea of the Leviathan Axe. We're gonna miss a lot of cool moments. But maybe like you said, they want to focus on the timeline after when Kratos is closer to getting to the Norse lands, you know. But yeah, bro, play some DMC. I'm kind of playing that by myself right now, you know. Yeah, the Tyr fight could be the intro. Well, that's the thing. Like, oh, sorry, I keep hitting the mic. The thing about that is that you're saying like the Tyr's capture could be the intro. Well, look, Tyr's fight happens. Yeah, Tyr's fight happens 144 years before the events of God of War 2018, and the Leviathan Axe is made 134 years before the events of 2018. There's like a 7-year difference. You're saying like, oh yeah, we could start with the Tyr's capture, but then we're gonna do like a 7-year time skip. I mean, it's possible, you know, it's possible, but it seems kind of weird to do such a long time skip, you know. And they're saying that they want to make it into a franchise. I think if they really want to make it a franchise, they have to set this game way back in the past, so you have more room to explore different things, you know. But I don't know. Yeah, the Tyr fight could be the intro, and then she gets the X. Yeah, but like I said, it's 7 years after, right? Actually, we should start 170 years when the Jotunheim Tower was hidden, since it was Faye who helped him hide it. Yeah, I think that's a very much an important event that would be awesome to explore from Faye's perspective. I think that could, again, like, you could, in the video I'm making, like, I talk about how you can literally drop Faye at any point in these sections here, and you can make a trilogy. Because yeah, I say like, oh yeah, the first game could be about, you know, Thor's rampage through the realms, where he killed a bunch of giants and Vanir gods, right? But then it takes 5 years after that for the realm tower to disappear from the Lake of Nine. Like, that could be its own trilogy if you really think about it. Like, it could take place like somewhere in between here and end with the disappearance of Jotunheim's tower. There's a lot, man. There's a lot of things that happen in the Norse timeline that they could use. What's up, Charlotte? You want some crunchies? You want some crunchies? Come here. Not you, Sasha. Not you. You're getting fat. Here you go. Here. Okay, I'll give you some too. Oh. Left a like. Thank you. I'm a legend 17. I appreciate it, man. Here you go. Okay. Corey said in an interview that the nature of time and time passing differently in different realms was set up for the future. Time travel making more sense each passing day. Yeah, it's an element that they haven't really explored fully yet in the Norse saga. And I think it's possible that the Faye game will be the one that starts it, right? I think that the fact that Christopher Judge says that he's going to be in it, and I think we all agree that it would be a good idea to set this game way in the past. It can only mean that Faye is going to be time traveling. It can only mean that, you know. So I'm down for that. No, I care about Faye. I care about Kratos' family. I just don't want to play as other characters that aren't related to Kratos. You don't want to play as Thrud? You don't want to play as Thrud, dude? Come on, man. I'm assuming they'll time skip all over the place. LOL. The Thor fight is even after that. Yeah, We don't even know when the Dwarf Rebellion happens. Exactly. Yeah. Even the Thor fight, we know it has to happen after the creation of the Leviathan axe. You know. But again, I want it to be set way back, you know, to a time that giants are still walking Midgard. Like, I want to be able to visit that mountains that's still like full of giants and still, you know, that would be cool to see. Yeah, Faye being a time traveler would be so cool. Yeah, and I know this is very unpopular, man, but I just hope that if this is the return of more action focused combat, I also hope it's the return of a more streamlined story, like streamlined main campaign, bro. Just similar to the older games, where it's just you still have that focus of story. You can even have a companion AI, maybe Tyr could work as a companion AI. I don't mind Tyr, you know, you can have all that stuff. But man, it would be so nice to get a nice shorter experience, like not a lot of exploration. You can have some here and there, but not a lot of exploration. Just focus on good pacing and just like make it just a freaking roller coaster like of an experience. I would love that, you know. Yeah, I agree, Square Nation. I mean, Irfan. It took this long to make the game. It's definitely not a linear game. I agree with you. Yeah, it's one of those things that again worry me, because I'm like, if you guys are gonna do an MCU type of game, you really have to start making different games. You can't just use the Norse template and just make faster combat. You need to go back. You're sitting on a gold mine, bro. Start making linear games again, man. Yeah, an Uncharted style with chapters would work well, though. Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's only like people say that. Oh yeah, you can't do these games without exploration because a lot of the story is expanded upon in the open world stuff and all that. That's sure true, but you don't need to. You can still tell a really good story in a linear game. The best case for this is the Uncharted games and The Last of Us to some extent, where it's like they're linear games, but they're still very much character focused, and you get a super nice pacing, bro, with some set pieces. Man, you can change the world. You can change the world. You know what's funny? Some people were mad when I uploaded that reaction to Mayo's video because I said that I wanted the remakes to be linear still. And I really don't understand what these people are thinking when they say that, no, I want it to be more open. I want it to be like semi-open, like God of War Ragnarok or 20. I really don't get what they're saying, because how is that going to work? How is the ending of God of War 2 going to work, for example? Zeus, your son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympus. But there's a lot of stuff I still need to do at the Sisters of Fate temple. So we'll be right back, Gaia. Like, how is that going to work, you know? And I think just a linear game is much better for storytelling, because you get to control the pacing so much better. You can be like, okay, yeah, right now, Alfheim is going to be destroyed in this big story moment. You won't be able to explore it anymore because it's important to the story. But in a semi-open world game, the world has to remain static. Like, where you get a side quest has to still be there by the end of the game, because you need to be able to go back and do the side quest. Just make it linear, man. Make it linear. My God, I hope they stop over-explaining things. I think it's gotta happen eventually. I think Santa Monica needs to get the message that this type of dialogue and this type of like, over-explaining just needs to go, man. Yeah, make Faye game more arcadey with chapters and even ranking like DMC. Oh, I would love that. Oh man, I would love that so much. Give me fighting styles. That's the thing that really makes me sad, because a game like DMC3, I've been playing it recently. Bro, it is so cool that once you finish DMC3, you can play the campaign again as Virgil, which plays slightly different from Dante. And you can still play as Dante if you want. There's like 5 different fighting styles. There's so much content in DMC3, so much replayability that's actually worth my time. And I hope they would do stuff like this, and instead of just builds and RPG stats and all that kind of stuff that's just boring, it doesn't mix well with God of War, man. It just doesn't. Yeah, the story of each God of War game is Pelado Enojado kills his family, finds a box, and kills a god. 10 out of 10 story. Hey, it works, okay? it works. It became one of the most popular franchises on PlayStation history. There's a reason why it was popular. You have those games to thank for your Norse games, okay? The Norse games would not work without those games. So keep your heresies to yourself, okay? You might have been joking. I don't know. That's unfortunate if that's the case. Like Mayo said, I hope they switch things up to overhaul some things, because I don't think I can take another more of these 30+ hour games with bloat and shit. Yeah, there's so much of it, man. There's so much, man. Zeus will obviously wait for Kratos to get all of his Greek ingots so he can upgrade his armor breastplate. He's gonna be waiting there a month, Olympus. Alright, you done collecting all this stuff? Alright, God of War 3 can start now. Anyway. But yeah, I hope, if it's not the Fae game, I hope they eventually make a more linear game. That's the thing I'm really craving from Santa Monica. They were one of the kings when I'm making those types of games, and they kind of threw that away to make more semi-open world games, and it's just I don't find them nearly as interesting. I just don't. The 2018 one was better, because like the exploration felt a little bit more organic, and in each realm you can do. Each realm had its own identity. Like in Niflheim, I know it gets a lot of like heat for being a roguelike, but I liked it. I'm like, it was cool that you're doing something different, and you had to like keep track of the poison that was entering Kratos' lungs, and there were traps. And then you go to Muspelheim, and that's where you got all of the challenges. Like, it felt way more unique, you know? Whereas in Ragnarok, they all kind of blend together. Alfheim is the same as Midgard, same as Svartalfheim. They all look the same. It's the same thing, you know? I still don't know why the news in Ragnarok was given to Odin, to Freya. But you notice that at the end, Hugin is the one who gives the news to Odin to put in his... Yeah, I did notice that, yeah. Didn't I mention that in the video? I thought I did. I thought I did. Yeah. Make the fake game like 2018. One goal to work towards too. Yeah. I think what you want is more of a proactive character, you know. And I get that. Someone who has a goal and who has like an external goal, and also learn something along the way, you know, internally speaking. You know, that's what made God of War 2018 good as well. But you gotta have that forward momentum. The Greek games excel at that, and the Norse games not so much. There's a lot of like, you know, we can go and explore the... Shut up. No, let's keep going with the story. This is where the good stuff is, you know. Pelado tranquilo, take care of boy and climbs the mountain to spread ashes. 10 out of 10 story. I think you're just trolling at this point. Yeah. I think yeah, I might end it here. This was kind of a short live stream. I'm kind of tired, and I gotta get back to editing. I don't know when the video is gonna be out, but I definitely want to get it at the latest for Tuesday. You know, I don't know if it'll be members or public or everybody, but I want to be able to get that video out, because I'm kind of taking my sweet time with it. You know, there was one memorable moment in Ragnarok, and that was the Thor fight at the beginning, because it plays more linear, like and you get to see the destruction of it. Like it's when they're setting up the world, and you get to see the temple being destroyed and shit, you know. But I don't know, man. It's what it is. Watch the God of War remakes be semi-open world, be in PlayStation All-Stars? Wait, what? What do you mean? Oh, Kuba, Kratos versus Radon, and My Life Is Yours. Yeah, we can watch that. Hold on a second. Let me get that for you guys. Because I've been seeing it on my feed, and I haven't really clicked on it yet. Because again, I don't know who Radon is. I don't know what his deal is. What's that? Oh. It's a weird, funky game I saw. Kratos. Okay, desktop. Hold on a second. Definitely gonna have to lower that way down. Hopefully that's good enough. Alright, guys, so this is Kratos versus Radon. one of the hardest bosses in Elden Ring. I think I don't really, again, I don't know much about Elden Ring, but it's only 5 minutes long. It's doable.
In a realm where the firmament is chained and the silent heavens tremble, riseth Radon, Emperor of Scarlet Skies.
Do you listen to this dialogue? Do you hear what I'm talking about? Do you hear what I'm talking? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Chrisman, Sovereign, Lord of Gravity, Scourge of the Stars.
Did he say Lord of Gravity? Can you turn it up a little bit? Yeah, I can turn it up for you. Did he say Lord of Gravity? That's a cool title. It got taken from Newton, though.
Yet lo, he standeth not alone. For before him, the ghost of Sparta arises once more.
Oh!
A dread god, anointed in ash and wrath.
Oh!
God against God, fury against dominion, and when fate brings them to one another, only one shall endure.
I love the Greek design of Kratos, bro. Like, he just like, I have a skirt. That's all and sandals. That's all I need, bro. Meanwhile, look at Radon, all this armor. Kratos just shows up like, this is all I need, bro. He got the blades, you know, but it's such a minimal art design, and I love it. It's so visually striking, man. He's so tiny too. I love this. Oh my god. It can only end one way, man. It can only end one way. No. No. My boy. I don't even know what that is. I think this animation was done by a God of War fan. I think it's safe to say. That was sick, man. That was sick. Good job. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know anything about Radahn, man, but it could only end one way. It could only end one way. Kratos supremacy forever, bro. You know? This pretty much feels like a God of War boss fight. Yeah. It's sick, man. It was cool. I don't know anything about Radahn, so I don't know how powerful he actually is in the lore, you know? But it said he was Lord of Gravity, and I like that. I like that title, you know? So fire, man. It's really good. It's really good. And you know what's weird? Like, this kind of like brings me back to something that I was saying that, I don't know if Santa Monica will ever do this, but they're still sitting on a gold mine. I know I've said that part, but I'm not this part I'm gonna say. I really hope we get a Deimos game during the time he was taken into Death's Domain. There's some backstory there that I know it. Like, he just looks like Deimos looks like he's been fighting his whole life, bro. He's got a warrior's like pauldron, like he's got a gauntlet thing that's supposed to, I'm guessing, suppress his power. Is where his birthmark is. There's things that we don't know about that time span in Deimos' life that I would love to be explored. And man, I want it to be like an opportunity for Santa Monica to go back like to their old ways. Just go back, man. Just give me a rageful character who's a badass. Please, can we get that again? Please. Of course, Radahn weapons. Again, of course, he uses Radahn weapons. Of course, it's very much a Kratos thing. You know, I love it. I love it. You know, can you imagine an old school God of War hack and slasher set piece against a Souls boss? It'd be sick, man. I always assume Ares wanted to make Deimos his perfect warrior because he's the assumed marked warrior. Yeah, he did it with Orcos, right? And we were talking about this last time, where it's like I don't think there's any place in the lore that it specifically says that Deimos is Zeus's son. You know, nowhere does it say that. I'm pretty sure. So I'm hoping, not hoping. I think that they could do some interesting twist there, where it's like, yeah, it's not actually Zeus's son. What if it was Ares? Because Ares was in the business of making marked warriors because he wanted to destroy Olympus, right? What if after Orcos he tried with Deimos, you know? And again, he got closer, but once again failed, you know? That'd be an interesting twist, I think, you know? You want to know Radahn? Watch Jay Pilaris short on him? Jay Pilaris, you said? A short we can watch. J. What? Pierre. Liz? Let me see if I find it. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't. I mean, doesn't really say. I mean, maybe you can tell me which one it is. Is it? It's one of this? Like, which one is it? Tell me the actual title. You know, it's not too late. I sincerely hope Santa Monica still takes the opportunity to make OG Greek style games with Deimos doing dark and unknown missions serving under Ares or Thanatos. The possibilities. I agree, bro. I agree. Callisto be like, the Olympian rod too good to pass up a second time. I don't think she would have much of a choice, you know. I don't know if that's a theme they would want to explore, you know, what the Greek gods were doing to, you know, mortal women. But I think, again, I'm all down. I'm down for like darker stories, man. I just don't think Santa Monica is interested in that much, you know. It's Consort of Radon. Oh, Consort Radon, right? Yeah, I still don't know which one it is. It doesn't say like the creator's name. I can't. Is that the title of the video? Just Consort Radon? Like, give me the actual title, bro. The actual title. Yeah. Sons of Sparta says birthmark isn't known to mean anything specific. Maybe they are planning to give it a meaning. Yeah. Yeah, the whole like backstory of the birthmark is something that they haven't really explored. And it's interesting because yeah, in Sons of Sparta and in Ghost of Sparta, his birthmark is just red, right? But in Ghost of Sparta, it's glowing now. What's up with that? They have an opportunity there to make such a cool game with Deimos, man. Yeah. How they talk about Consort. Hold on, let me see. Thank you for the title. How they talk about in interviews. And it's a short, you said? I'm still not getting it, man. I'm still not. It's still not here. I don't see it. Captain Kuba should know about Michaela. Is that the one that's naked? I think that's the boss that made me quit Elden Ring. I'm not doing this. Screw this shit. It's the first one on the left earlier. So this one?
Has quite easily the toughest.
This is Omni World. That's not it. The earlier one?
This build is, in my opinion...
Nope. Can't find it. Not now, earlier. Then why? Okay.
So if you take Radon, mix it with...
Oh, this guy. Okay, so it is this guy. Okay.
So if you take Radon, mix it with Moog, and throw in Mikola, you get what I call bullshit soup. Hold on, nigga, time out! Bitch, I thought I was the Elden Lord! Oh, what's up, Radon? Did you finally stop torturing that horse, or did his legs give out? I see you still got gravity magic. Bleed, poison, fire, fate, nothing work on this nigga, what the fuck? Then he had the nerve to pull out holy...
Yeah, the thing is, I don't get any of this. I haven't played the game. This is not... I thought it was like a lore breakdown. I don't know. I don't get any of these jokes.
Man, I'll see you at the Grace, G. So he fell in love with a fit boy and got the power boost of the century. Come the fuck home.
Yeah, I don't get this. I mean, it might be really funny. I don't know the lore to like laugh about it. I don't know what he said, you know. Yeah, hold on, let's see what more to say. Just watch the boss fight, Cuba. I've seen the boss fight. I know he rides a tiny little horse, which I don't understand why as well. Like, why are you putting that horse through so much pain, you know? This guy made many videos like this about Kratos 2. I mean, yeah, Kratos ones I would probably understand, but when it comes to Elden Ring lore, I have know nothing about, you know. Watch God of War 2019 on unnecessary censorship. Let's laugh. I already did that. We already did that in one of the streams. That's pretty funny, yeah. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna end it here, guys. It was kind of short, but I'm kind of tired and I got some stuff to do. I gotta get back to editing. Saturday, I talked about this earlier, but Saturday I want to say that I want to try and finish Primal. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to really try and finish that game as early as possible because I'm considering it. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm considering it. I'm considering probably playing Crimson Desert on the channel, okay? It seems like one of those really fun open world games that I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with. But I don't know. I might not even get it. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait for reviews as well. But I'm considering playing it. Probably not. I'm just gonna say probably not. Okay, how about that? You know. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you Duracell for giving me what 100 members. It was like 100. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it. You don't have to do that, but it's insane when you do, and other people like you. So it means a lot. Thank you to everyone who super chatted, and thank you to all of my longtime members. You guys are awesome. But that's gonna be it for today, guys. Until then, remember, go forth in the name of Olympus. Bye.